I think. All right, it is live.
We are now going live.
I feel like we should have better lighting in here. Probably just my computer.
Talk to Pete. Like this
It's good lighting.
stuff up.
Shit stuff. Stuff shit. Good.
So, do we use the game for random, or do we do a random? I mean, you want to do that random, don't you?
It doesn't have to be random. We can just answer it like a normal question.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to bother you guys or if I'm going to leave. How early are you going to do Travis bit?
Right in the beginning.
Yeah.
We usually do that somewhere close to the beginning, so then he leaves.
Okay. I may do the same thing if you guys don't mind me sitting in for a minute.
Okay.
No, that's cool. Just so you guys know
Did you?
the live stream is going on. I mean, you can say whatever you want and shit, but I'm just letting you know.
Is it up and running
pull out
now?
your dick or something. Yeah, it's on right now.
Who's watching?
Nobody right now.
Oh, okay.
But we give them
Did
the
you
option.
Did you see Guillermo when his reply to the other day when he said "fuck you, Travis Bowles"? When you posted, "Hey, he's ready," and I posted that clip about my dad.
Yeah. That was good.
Like it was.
I'm gonna need a pencil.
Just for a quick little piece here. Okay, so
Those are my D&D pencils too. Those are all graphite. So
do not let Jeremy see what you write here, please. When you answer that question, there's 2 questions on there. Do not let Steven see what you answer when you answer that question, please.
oh, you guys don't use a little pink iPod, huh? That's weird.
This is Jeremy's.
I like how you leaned forward and talked into the mic there.
But it's a good habit.
It is a good habit.
All right.
It is a good habit.
That's a hard one. How
It is.
how you know you're the real deal, Jeremy?
Your questions are not the same, by the way.
Portable dice trays.
Oh, nice.
Side of your bag. And you, hey, we gotta do some rolling. Let's go. Put 'em up. Did you see the? Oh, never mind. I won't talk about it on the live stream. So. I really want to show the live stream my asshole.
Well,
I showed my belly last time.
Oh, that's easily searchable on the internet. That's not even the thing.
this is so hard.
Steve is representing
Talking about Steve's dick?
the Tickle
Yeah,
Man.
boy.
Tickle Man.
The Tickle Man.
And Jeremy's representing Scavarna.
Husqvarna.
All right. I'm just guessing.
Then hand these back.
Guessing this is the answer, your answer, right? This is your personal answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you guessing what your personal?
Because I'm not really sure if that's. I change a lot, so. But, yep. That's
So you're transitioning, is what you're saying?
not transitioning.
Oh gosh.
We got new
Oh,
ones?
is there another mini feet?
Talking about women over there, how they're super well behaved. This is a special crab imported from Puerto Rico. Yeah, but not like the other crap that.
You can go to hell too. I fucking love these videos.
This is eating all my food. Chicken Steven. Jeremy and Steve.
It's in the tree. Here comes love. Here comes Jared sucking Steve's sausage. Oh my god. I can't wait to see that.
Oh my god.
Me and Laura will like sit there and fucking die. Oh.
Jeremy and Steven sitting in a tree. Here comes marriage. Sucking Steve's sausage. I can see you're getting hungry again. Woman, look at this. You ain't eating all my shit. Fuck that.
Is this live streamed only available to Patreon?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
You farting?
no, I laughed so hard like my...
I pooped. I laughed so hard I pooped a little.
I pooted.
Oh, I almost passed out. I think I got that like pain in my chest and shoulders. Oh my gosh.
Heart attack?
Yeah,
No.
maybe. You imagine if that's the way I die is
That
laughing.
fucking killed me today, dude. Michael Redding posting that.
Oh shit! This Dan King guy, he's getting tattooed. You know that Donkey Kong Beastman and shit that
Your thing?
Yeah, he's getting that tattoo now.
Oh, you better
Wow.
sue that motherfucker.
he asked me first. I'm like, well, I said I didn't create either character. I just smashed him.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Oh shit! He's getting Beastman on one and Mossman on the other on his fucking feet.
That's not fun. That is not fun.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
That is fucking great.
Ouch.
Ray does your tattoos, right? Ray
Yeah.
Wiesner
Yeah.
at AWOL.
Yep.
I need to get some fucking work done the worst way. I got like 3 fucking gift cards too.
Need an appointment?
Pawn it off on him. What are you doing September 9th?
Yeah, what are you doing September 9th?
Which one on September 9th?
I have an appointment with Ray Reasoner that I'm probably not going to keep.
Why? Why would you fucking dog him, dude? That guy book's probably 2-3 months out.
I'm not going to dog him.
It's because of fucking Matt.
What? Somebody bring it
Okay, we
to
got time for this story?
So we got time. We haven't started recording yet. It's just,
Oh, jeez.
So
I'm
Matt
busy
wants,
Oh, wait. Matt said something about a group tattoo or something.
he's been trying, and I'm like, oh.
Matt wanted us to eat. This was a thing last year about this time, too. Right before PowerCon, he wanted us to get tattoos. Motu, all 3 of us get Motu tattoos. Well, Jeremy's already a little bit ahead of the game. He's got a fucking whole sleeve.
That's mediocre, but I get it.
So this year he's starting up again, and he's like, "Oh, let's get tattoos." And he'll fucking argue or he'll irritate, bombard, but he won't do anything. Like,
He's
what are
all
you talking
talk,
about?
no-
Do you
no
want to?
play.
Well, set up an appointment. Where do you want to get these tattoos? What do you want to get? What do you think? We do them together. We do them there. We do them in California. We do them when we get back. What do you think? And he just blah 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 wishy-washy. So then,
Note to self. Do we have time for this story? If anybody else in the world told it, yes.
he wanted tattoos. We didn't get them yet.
What are you getting? What kind of tattoo? What tattoo? Like what? Like, did you pick out a picture?
Yes.
Oh, is it one that you did?
Peter, it's his birthday.
What?
It's his birthday. You can't pick on him like that.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I picked out what I wanted.
Who did it? Is it like a
No,
iconic
it's
art or-
off from He-Man. It's a sticker from Castle Grayskull
Okay.
that I want put here.
Okay.
It's the cross swords on Castle Grayskull, the vintage Castle Grayskull. It's very simple. It looks like this kind of art. It's very
Okay, kind of
simple.
American traditional.
in it.
Okay.
It would kind of fit.
So
So
what are you getting?
he's basically said, I got enough.
Yeah, I can't really get anything. I mean, I could, but what's the point?
Make a long story short, Matt won't do anything. So I finally go down and I make an appointment with Ray Reasoner yesterday
Okay.
on September 9th. I get an appointment for me. I get an appointment for Matt.
Okay.
I called Matt up. I was like, hey, I just put a down payment, deposit, $20 for me, $20 for you. We got an appointment September 9th. He's like, oh, okay, well, I thought we wanted to get it before PowerCon. I couldn't get in with Ray before PowerCon. Ray's a good tattoo artist, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay. He texts me and him today and goes, yeah, I got an appointment with a girl in Holland. We can get in next week. I'm like,
I
but
already put money down.
I already
That sounds like Matt.
money down on a tattoo. So He's like, I thought it was refundable. No, I told you it was non-refundable. And we've got 2 slots. We're basically taking up his whole evening on September 9th. Oh, well, we can get her in next week. We got to get these done before power cut. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, I feel like an idiot going down there and scheduling it and then just calling him back and being like, hey, yeah, we're not coming.
Yeah. So somebody's got to take that spot. Might be me.
So
Nice.
there are possibly 2 appointments open, or I guess Jeremy's probably got enough work he could use them. He could probably take them both up. I don't know how long you usually get tattooed for, but when you go.
It depends on how bad he's farting that night.
Fair enough.
So there's, and I told Jeremy, like, I don't even care about getting the money back if you just want to put that money towards whatever you
You
want.
would be paying for almost my entire session then.
Your entire session costs $20.
Oh, well, there's Matt's $20 too.
Oh, 40?
So my entire session, he charges me $50 each time I go in.
He's
Oh,
gonna,
you go for it.
he's gonna charge me $150 for it.
Well, yeah, because that's what it costs. He did my entire outline in one night for $50.
Wow, he loves you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's he charge an hour? Like, what's his standard rate? Like you walk out
I don't
the
know.
street.
I think he charges by the piece.
Yeah, he asked.
So-
He didn't give me a price until he saw what I wanted. And he's like, and
51's $90 an hour. So it's paid, but it's $50 to touch you. I mean, if they're literally doing
So it
it
must
on your
be-
face,
okay.
because as you open up needles, because of all that, I mean, because you have to open it all up, it's $50 just to touch
He
you.
must be thinking $50 an hour then, because he told me he thought mine would take about 3 hours, and he said $150.
It's a good price. How big is it?
Well, it's gonna be like, it's gonna take up a good portion. It's cross swords. I have a picture of it. Basically that.
Oh, cool. But just the swords or the background too?
I want to get the background too. He's gonna fade out the. That's the way it's really supposed to go. He's gonna fade out the rays, and
Okay.
cool. It's simple, like the rest of my tattoos should fit in.
And your personality and intellect.
Thanks. For being fun.
Cool stuff. Who's up for ToyCon in Jersey, November 9th and 10th? I'm like, no. Kyle Moore goes, yeah, not you either, unless you're not going to do Grand Rapids Comic Con.
Which, I mean, he doesn't anyways. I mean, Kyle sells his toys and shit.
All right.
So we ready?
Yeah. Let's
What
do a
episode did you
show.
say again?
49.
49.
Hey, we got one person watching us.
Who is it?
Hey,
I
who's
don't know. I can't see.
That poor person.
Four.
I don't know.
We are sorry for anything that Pete or I have said in this time frame.
I pull my balls out one time. Who is it?
So your Patreon supporters can go watch this at any time.
Who is send feedback?
Or is it just
Yes,
like,
yeah,
yes,
the Patreon supporters can go because it's an unlisted thing, but I list it in the Patreon thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
It's unlisted for normal people, but if you're
But if you're willing to pay to listen to a Motu podcast, you're normal.
Can you
Right?
hear? Those working?
yeah, it's working in my left ear.
Yeah. That's a lot shorter than. That's a lot shorter than our self-indulgent intro.
I heard about that. Oh my god! You're like
Even if you heard about it, you wrote it.
Here we go.
We need to make like
What?
Podcasters of the Universe, episode 49.
And it's Steve's birthday. Happy
It is.
birthday, Steve.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. It is my birthday.
How old are you?
41.
You're old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's not good. My daughter said, "Happy birthday, Dad. You're halfway to 82." Thanks, Claire.
Thanks a lot.
That's great. You can add.
That's not good.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
It's better than not making it to 41.
True.
So
God, hopefully it's better than making it all the way to 82.
use the mic if you're going to talk, Peter.
You know what? I was at work the other day, and I'm listening to one of your guys' episodes, and I'm like, why can't I hear Pete?
Because he does it.
Like, oh, so all that crap they give him about not being on the mic is like legit.
So, I've never listened to an episode of your guys' show.
Yeah.
But, congratulations on all your success thus far. Does he always turn into Justice when he opens up the show?
Is that a Justice thing?
That was just the super like over the top.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what we do.
Yeah, we just sort of started doing that for. Yeah, we don't know.
That's what we do.
We don't really think about it.
I just wish I would have known because I would have come in on a harmony with you. You know what I mean? I would have had your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I don't know what I'm going to do until it starts happening.
Right.
So, yeah.
Just like coitus. You know what I mean? Like you know what the end result's going to be, but you have no idea how you're going to get there.
No.
You know, just all
Big
spur of the
mystery up
moment.
to it, yeah. You know.
I wish I had no idea. Because I'll tell you what, at this age, I got a pretty good idea.
Steve's sex life is
No,
like
that's-
every like video like you've ever like has ever been like created for the market to watch. He does this, she does
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
he does this to her, they
Yeah.
do this. This is how it finishes.
Somewhere
It's
there's
like
a
scripted,
somewhere there's
you know
a
what I mean?
pamphlet that's eerily accurate. God, this is starting to turn into my wife is going to
It
kill me
is
quick,
okay.
isn't it?
Well, we should probably say we got a couple of guests in here right now. We have Pete McCarthy and Travis Bowles from the My Wife Is Going to Kill Me podcast, and Stephen Bisciotti,
Also from the My Wife is going to Kill Me
who's a
podcast.
two-timer. With me, the Yoko Ono of the group. So yeah, we have a couple of guests today. And we're
For a
gonna
little bit at least.
For a little bit, yeah. We're going to play a little game. Because if you remember last episode, you and I had to play for to win some prizes for a couple of Patreon supporters, our patrons of the universe. That's right. We thought of that all by ourselves.
Yeah, that's much better than follow us, the Pot Universe on Instagram.
You know what? Steve has me saying Po-Tooniverse now, so
The Po-Tooniverse is much better,
I
right?
thought it was funny that we were Pot Universe, and then I got all self-conscious because Pete made fun of me. So
I didn't make fun of you. It's just ignorant and stupid.
well,
Just say
usually-
mesquite on.
Hey, if you're an avid fisherman and you want to see a muskie, you come out to Muskecon. It's easy.
Perfect. How about we do this?
Okay.
How about we do some news? These guys can weigh in if they want, and then we'll do the game. And then they can go.
Okay.
You guys down for that?
Oh, please tell me we're going to talk about Super 7.
Sounds good.
We're going to talk about a lot of San Diego Comic-Con. So
we've got Pete and Travis here till at least when we do the game, and then I know Travis is probably going to run out of here like he does the bathroom every other hour. And Pete, I don't know what the hell he's going to do.
I'll just get up eventually and just politely excuse myself
All right.
and expose myself.
So we're going to go. We're going to do some news.
Oh, look at that, a musical drop. Look at this big old pile of FUCKS is given when it comes to POTU. But not when it comes to My Wife Is Going to Kill Me.
that's because I made those.
Yeah, at least this is what happens when I have a partner that contributes.
When it comes to, now that was a shot at Courtney from the aforementioned pamphlet, wasn't it? Yeah.
We did have drops though at one time.
We did.
Yeah.
Can we, if I'm
You
only,
drop the drops?
if
That
I'm,
mic is just not like.
here, hold on, I'll stand up comedy it. So,
There you go.
if I'm only being honest, the only reason you, single person, are watching this on Patreon,
Anthony,
Anthony who?
how's he?
Howseal?
Hi,
Oh,
Anthony.
I am heartbroken that you're a POTU fan. The only reason Patreon exists in your world is because I did it for My Wife Is Going to Kill Me. So let's call a spade a spade. And the only reason I did it was because Joe Ryan reached out to Travis and said, "Hey, you should do this." And Travis was like, "Cool."
Yeah. And the only reason.
Yeah. And then a few weeks later, I actually did it.
And the only
So-
reason there's any extra content on it is because I figured out how to put it on there. Or else you'd all be just giving us money and you'd have nothing to listen to. Actually,
Hey, you know what? Nobody ever gives credit to the guy that installs the window on the house because I'm the one that built the freaking frame, right? I'm the one that poured the foundation I'm the one that framed it all in. Oh, look at you. You put shingles on a roof I already built. Congratulations. I apologize, listeners. I'm in rare form today.
News, Jeremy. We need news.
Do we have news?
Oh yeah, we got.
Do we have anything other than Pete talking?
I would either like news or a noose. Either or will work in this situation.
Either way.
Wouldn't be the first time you tied a belt around your neck hanging out with Jeremy, but that's neither here nor there.
This isn't that show, Pete.
How you doing, House Seal?
All right.
He's gone. He totally left.
Yeah,
He saw me and he was like, I'm out.
That's it. I got called out. So San Diego Comic-Con happened,
Yes, it did.
and lots of stuff was shown. But on this show, we will talk about the Masters of the Universe.
Time out.
Uh-oh.
I just want to mention, Jeremy's the man. If you saw what's on his phone right now, okay, how we do on My Wife's Gonna Kill Me news, I have a picture of one figure, and I'm like, they made a Marvel Legend. It's Dr. Doom. And I show everybody the picture. We all talk about Jeremy has he's got pages of notes.
Every week.
Every week.
Every 2 weeks. Yeah.
He's
It's
committed.
going to take that long to get to the game show because I'm dropping Mike right now.
I have lines for like little sections or different sections. So
Jeremy, you're joining My Wife's Gonna Kill Me. I mean, we need this.
At one point too, they're gonna end up with it's gonna be a teleprompter on there. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna have to sneak in here and change words on it. It'd be so good.
all right. So Mattel was
Yeah.
at San Diego Comic-Con. They had some reveals for us Masters of the Universe fans, not Pete, sort of Travis. First being the Mo2 Origins line, which we knew was happening, but now they finally showed us some figures.
Yeah.
They do not have 6 points of articulation. No, they have 16.
16.
And what we initially thought were going to be like mini comic versions ended up turning into more of a homage to the vintage line of toys.
Well, here's my interpretation. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is an homage to the mini comics, the early stuff.
Well, that's what we
But the
found out.
actual line is
Right.
not necessarily going to be that.
Because I was sitting there being critical and like, Skeletor doesn't look like that mini comic, blah, blah, blah. This is what they should do to fix it, blah, blah, blah. And
Where's his bare
they're
feet?
just, they're just basing it on the vintage line. But they did show us He-Man, obviously, which is weird because the He-Man that they showed us is the one with the new head sculpt.
Yeah.
So it seems like that's going to be their main one, is the mini comic version of it.
Okay, here's something that I think Travis brought up at one point. There's going to be another San Diego Comic-Con before these ever hit retail.
Oh, good point.
So we might see a lot more stuff, more heads, more characters, a play set maybe. I mean, I've not got no inside information on this. I'm just saying, just speculating. This is a long time out.
Well, I've watched all the Pixel Dan interviews and stuff, and I don't think they're thinking of play sets and stuff yet. You know what I mean? They're just talking about figures and eventually getting them onto the shelves in a year and a half. So
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just thinking, who knows what we're going to see
no, that's true.
at San Diego Comic-Con 2020 before they even.
Yeah, they could
Hit.
do another mini comic thing there or something.
Yeah, maybe there'll be another edition. Maybe the next one will be mini comic Skeletor and Red Beast,
Right,
because we had two good guys this time. Maybe next year we'll have two bad guys.
right.
It would be sweet.
That'd be pretty cool.
What do you think about these, Travis? I know you don't personally. I know you probably don't care at all, but do you think these are going to be flippable? You think this might?
I think the price point on them is awesome.
$15.
Yeah, that's awesome, and it looks like they're gonna have extra heads. At least the SDCC set.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Like looking at the packaging, they didn't show any extra heads or
Right.
hands or anything in there. So it looks like, I mean, from what they're presenting to us, that He-Man is just going to have that new head, Alcoa head. I listened to an episode of Roast Google, man.
I know.
And it's Alcoa, and that's how I have to say it now, no matter how dirty I feel.
I think me personally, I don't like them. And when I say that is I'm a classic fan. Yeah. That's the only. I'm such a modern collector, and I think we might have talked about this before. But I like my old G.I. Joes out the door, out the window because I like the modern stuff. So like classics to me, I'm like, I understand the appeal, the nostalgia aspect to the old ones, and that's why you guys, I understand, totally will love these. I have none of that because I'm like, these classics are 10 times better than that vintage stuff.
Sure.
Get rid of it. What's interesting is I was just at a show, and I had a guy in my booth asking me if I had Skeletor. I was selling at a con. And I said, I got a Battle Armor Classic Skeletor. I also have, and I pointed to the
Giant?
No, I wish I saw those. The Super 7 vintage.
The Filmation looking.
No. The last vintage ones that just came out on the
card. The 5.5
inch. Yes. Yep. And
Filmation.
Yep. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I got those, man. Where are they, man? I just saw that they're just releasing another one. What are they going to just keep getting us to buy the same figures over and over again?" And I'm kind of like, "Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do."
Well, kind of. It's weird because like they showed us the Skeletor, and they're all basically like the vintage figures, but with updated articulation, and they don't really look much different. I mean, Skeletor's face does; he has an open jaw. Man at Arms has a mustache.
Yeah, at least the head we've seen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there is 2 heads, but we don't know.
Yeah, it's that one just kind of threw me off. Like, okay, I guess, sure. We just got a Man at Arms with a mustache.
What's funny to me is you
Super 7, but
you say that they do look. You said at first, you said they look very similar, but then said, but there are differences, and you talked about Skeletor's mouth being open.
Mm-hmm.
That is something like you guys are going to notice.
Yeah.
Him and me, we're like, that's the same figure.
Yeah, no, you have that guy already.
But I totally get it too when you talk about the increased articulation, and I mean it's fun.
Evil Lynn's face looks kind of pouty, kind of
a little bit.
Yeah,
but I don't know how close to production those pieces we saw were. I know they had packaging that could have been mock-up packaging.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I can't imagine a year and a few months early they've already got them packaged.
No.
Yeah.
If you'd like my opinion, please check out episode 147 of the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me podcast, because I am in the 7th circle of deja vu hell right now. Of course, I'm excited for you guys because I know this property means a ton to you, and I'm excited. As long as they do you guys right and you get what you deserve, I'm a happy camper. So now I am, however, more caring than Travis. I noticed from a mile away that Skeletor's mouth was open. So
there you go.
Don't lump me in with your BS. Okay. So
they're going to retail, which I don't mind.
When's the last time you guys can honestly say you got to walk into a store and go, "Hey, look at the He-Man figures are out"?
Like 2003.
That's got to be rad.
Yeah.
And that would have been 2000X, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, other than the stuff that
count,
showed up at the FYE, but I don't really count that. That's not up.
Or if you count like the 2-packs at Toys R Us and Classics.
But that's not a big launch.
But yeah, it wasn't a toy line. It was just like, here's this.
But to be able to walk into a store and stand there like you did when you were a kid and look up and pick which. Now, the difference is obviously you're not going to pick between the figures. You're going to buy the ones that you want all at the same time.
Right.
And then some, you know what I mean? Or you're going to rummage through the cases and go, "Hey, no, listen to me, Tommy from Target. I know you have these in the back. You're going to march your happy red vest back there, and you're going to put a bullseye on those things, and you're going to walk them out to me." Well, sir, we don't keep any of that stuff in the back. Tommy, I'm not going to have this talk with you again. I know how retail works, okay? You're going to find my He-Man figures, and you're going to find them now. And he would have never taken you seriously when you were 5 years old. But now that you're bearded and glorious, you guys are
now that I'm tall.
Right.
You are.
No disrespect. And if you are Tommy and you work at a Target, I'm not talking about you specifically. If there was no any likeness or to a real person, was just a portrayal.
Names or likenesses in this episode are unintentional.
Yeah, they are fictional. And,
yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I looked at them all. I think they look great.
I'm in. We're gonna get to see them in person because I have a set secured.
What?
I have a set secured.
Of what?
The Origin set.
You got that?
I don't have it yet.
But you got one?
I have one. Well, friend Gavin Willard from Tardy's.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Happens to go to San Diego every year, and I secured a set for myself.
Man. Well, I did not. So I'm going to play with yours.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to take them out of the box, but we'll see.
Well, I'm going
to. What's next?
Mattel also unveiled the new Mega Constructs figures, set to be released in spring and fall of 2020. They had a whole bunch of stuff.
They did.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Yes.
Are the people that are putting this together overly simple-minded, or is it really that difficult of an undertaking to build that Castle Grayskull?
I
It's
have
like,
really no idea.
because people are posting like it's like a 4 or 5 day photo progression. Hey, look at the progress I made today, and I'm like, oh my god, my son does that stuff in a half an hour, and I'm hoping it's super complicated.
I don't know, because I've sat down with like the Ninja Turtle Mega Construct sets, and they took me a long time. There's just so many.
So
I
either they're
built-
difficult or you're simple as well.
I built
Or
a
just-
Star Destroyer for Star Wars a long time ago. That took me a couple days.
Yeah, I've been hiring my kid to do that stuff for me now.
That is so
I
ridiculous.
just give her like $5 and say, put that together for me. She's like, all right. She's got nothing but free time.
Right.
So maybe, and if I got that Castle Brace,
I'll tell you what. They're done. Well, I saw the Talon Fighter, Point
Well, here,
Dread.
I got the whole list. Dude.
Okay, I don't want to step on your toes.
They got the $5 figure reveals, the single card. Prince Adam, Fisto, Stinkor. There's a Tila variant, an Evil Lyn variant, which looks like 2000X. I'm not sure what the Tila was though. Battle Armor Faker, Moss Man, Filmation Evil Lyn. There's another Skeletor variant. He had like a red jewel. Stratos and mini comic Stratos. So the the Caucasian looking feathers and whatnot. Also the Sky Sled set with comic versions of Prince Adam, so your blue vested Adam, Scare Glow, and weapons pack armor Beast Man. So is yellow armor.
Yep.
Rotan with Merman, Battle Cat with Battle Armor He-Man, Panther with Battle Armor Skeletor, Point Dread and Talon Fighter, which may include a nod to the record that came with it back in the day.
Interesting. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
That's all we got, all the info we gave.
Okay.
So, yeah, Mega Constructs.
They are seriously making it very hard for me not to buy that castle.
I honestly don't understand how you haven't bought that castle. You are on a Po2 podcast.
I can't carry the whole load, Travis.
Can we say it?
I mean, Mondo, He-Man.
First off, you can carry the whole load.
Look at your legs.
If we're only being honest, have you ever tried to put a thin one pegger onto a fat one pegger? You can't do that when you've got marshmallow fingers. That's why he doesn't have these, because he can't hold them.
Just pay your kids. Like
What do
me.
you mean pay your kids? Like, hey, put this together. Will you give me $5? No, where are you sleeping tonight? In my house. Put it together.
I put the
We
Wind
talk
Raker
about all the
together.
time she's got it because she ain't got a job, Jeremy.
I'm just trying to buy her off so she doesn't kill me in my sleep. I've seen enough shows.
It happens.
Yeah.
I gotta quit watching Forensic Fire.
So there's so much.
I know there's going to be so much, and Fisto's coming. Gosh.
Is this and you guys, I mean, this is all movie related, right? Like Mattel's like, we're back in.
They're
boom.
ramping up.
Yeah.
They're ramping up.
Yeah, it's because the movie's coming out, so they're putting out all this stuff like to get everybody's attention. Like, hey, remember He-Man?
Mhm.
If you don't, here it is. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Which
putting
is
them all
awesome.
in stores, and I mean, it's a good time to be a Masters fan, I guess. So, yeah. Moving on. Mattel also showed us their She-Ra and the Princesses of Power doll line.
Yeah, that's great.
I knew you wouldn't be too thrilled about it, but She-Ra, Adora, Glimmer, Bo, Catra, and also a She-Ra and Swiftwind 2-pack. and those will retail at $15, except for the 2-pack, which is like $30. But it's exclusively for Target.
Yeah.
Modern She-Ra or
Modern She-Ra.
Okay.
Yep. In like a Barbie-esque style. Only Target.
Yeah, only Target.
You think that's bad?
I think that's bad, and I think that is. I don't think the majority of older fans like us are going to buy those,
No.
and I don't think a lot of kids are going to buy them either. I think that those are going to be like the Forces of Destiny Star Wars line that they tried to do. They took all the girl characters, made them kind of like dolls, and they all went to freaking clearance.
They did that with DC too, right?
Yeah, they keep trying to do this, and I just don't think it's going to work. I hope I'm wrong.
Because that show seems to be doing pretty well. We're seeing tons of cosplay for it. And and it's like younger people and stuff too. So, I don't know. I wish them luck on that. I will not be getting any. Although my daughter did say, "I want those." I'm like, "You're 13. You don't even." Of course, I'm almost 40, and I collect toys.
Who are you to judge?
Who am I to judge, right?
Damn hypocrite.
Also, now this is kind of an odd one that kind of came out of left field. Mattel showed us their new Masters of the WWE Universe figure line.
Okay, there is a lot of hype, and people have been wanting us to talk about these. What do you think, Jeremy?
Is WWE like the glue that holds together all action figure lines right now? Because not only did they do like the Ninja Turtle line, but they've also done like they got a Ghostbusters one coming out, and they got He-Man now. Like
horror. I think there's a horror one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so like what else like Transformers? I mean, what else is gonna happen? Like WWE is like intertwined into everything, and I'm not sure why, but these are they're the same scale. They're basically based on He-Man figures, Masters Universe figures, but the newer ones, the Origin lines. So they have those same articulation points. They even have some of the same weapons. There's like Terror Claws, and there's I saw Spike Orr's mace, and just John Cena had a battle axe and a shield, and like He-Man. And
this is the toy version of pickled asparagus. Like, just because you took two things that I hate, you can't put them together. And I'm like, oh, this is really good. There's still two things that I hate mixed together.
I had pickled asparagus for supper, and it was amazing.
I love pickled asparagus.
Again, you're on a PO2 podcast.
So I tell you what, I love your comment. Somewhere this was, it might have been in you guys' group or something, but your comment about I just want the weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, man, that's perfect. You know, I mean, it's
there's
just
like some translucent stuff and just different colors, and I'm like, I kind of want these. The thing is, like, these bodies are made to be swappable, and I mean, they flat out said that. So I mean, they expect customization, and I mean, I may end up getting some of these figures just for stuff like that. And I don't buy WWE stuff.
Yeah.
So
when's the last time you guys watched WWE?
Long time.
Okay, I mean, I want you to tell me what is the last story arc you watched in WWE?
Hulk Hogan was on it.
Well, that could have been last year.
Andre the Giant was.
Oh, now you're giving us an idea, Steven.
CM Punk was on his streak where he couldn't be beat, and he was teamed up with Paul Heyman, and then that broke up, and CM Punk left, and then Paul Heyman was with Brock Lesnar, and that's about when I jumped off because I don't have Brock Lesnar. Other than his size, brings nothing to the table for me. I don't find him funny. I don't find him entertaining. And so I was
a horrible actor.
Yeah, he's not.
Is he talking about me or Brock Lesnar?
I don't know
his size, and then bring it to the table.
I don't even know any of those names at all. Like,
no,
I'm sitting back thinking like, WWE was WWF when I watched it last. So.
That's the last time I cared. I actually brought Katie and Claire to the arena, the Panhandle, and watched it.
Oh, okay.
And everything. I was into it. Then I just kind of lost interest after a while.
Yeah.
How about you? You're an old wrestling fan.
I am an old wrestling fan, but I honestly think it's like The Rock. I mean,
now he's just old.
I think it's just The Rock. You know, that time frame, the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
You know, that would probably been it for me.
This was never a thing for you?
You know, my brother got into it for a smidge, and it was the time where I thought I was like, man, I didn't really watch the wrestling, but like Sting with long hair and the NWO, like I thought that whole thing was cool, like the whole New World Order. And then when he changed his makeup to red and black, which is weird because like shortly after that, like I was super into like Marilyn Manson, and that look was very, very similar. You know, like the cover of Rolling Stone when Manson had the yellow and black, and you know the night that he snorted coke off his own face and fooled around with Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction. But, you can check that out in his autobiography, which actually is incredibly entertaining.
That's a great one.
And disturbing and disgusting,
That's
but
so
incredibly
great,
entertaining.
but so gross.
So weird that Paul from Wonder Years turned into that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And what's great is the back of the book has the list of rumors about him, and that's like near the top of the list. It's so funny, and how he combats all of them. But yeah,
Anthony Houseel.
Yeah.
I'm still watching wrestling to this day.
Yes,
I'm stoked for the line.
he,
Hey,
There
buddy.
you go.
Hey, buddy.
I don't know, man. I guess it makes sense. Like it's half naked dudes hanging out and being strong and
I can't believe you guys don't
yeah,
like
right.
it.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, on topic, off topic, my wife and I started watching a show called Ms. and Mrs., and it's Mike Mazan and The Miz from current wrestling. I don't know if it's WWE, WWF, I don't know any of that stuff, but Maurice is his wife, who is also a wrestler, and I would watch this woman. Like, I'd watch a cooking show if she was on it, because damn, you know what I mean?
Right.
But he's a villain-esque type person on WWE,
Mhm.
and he talks about on the show because he's very down to earth, and it's one of the few reality shows that I can watch and I can stomach because they're really just regular people. Yes, they have a high level income. Yes, they're famous, but it's very entertaining.
Right.
And he talks about how much he loves entering the stadium and everybody booing him because he's the a-hole, he's the bad guy, and he loves portraying that character. When actually, obviously, in real life, he's not that way at all.
Right.
He's very well loved in the community and what have you. But I just think that's really cool. Because it really is entertainment.
Oh yeah.
And so you give credit where credit's due. Now nowadays they don't have razor blades in their wrist gauntlets to make themselves bleed like the real men used to.
What?
You know what I mean?
That never happened. That
So-
was real.
You know what's so funny about the wrestling talk, and I know you guys, you got to move on, but Steve really is. You could tell that his wrestling resonates with him because he is such a baby face on this podcast, and on My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me, he is a heel all the way. And people love him for it. They love him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would if when I was a kid, and it's like if I was ever a wrestler, I would want to have been the heel. I mean, it's way easier. It's way more fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
You guys asked why, and Jesus is really a crossover. You guys asked what it was about Gaston, and he's a wrestler.
Oh yeah.
He's the wrestler that's conceited, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
He's the villain that he'll whimper, and just like Ric Flair will get down on his knees and beg that they don't touch him. And as soon as the babyface turns his back, he's gonna get up and
Yeah.
cold cock.
Yeah.
You know, he's that guy, and I love that guy.
Yeah.
That's
It's fun. It's so fun.
So yeah, lots of crossover. I mean, the figures that they've shown so far. They had Terra Claus, Triple H, John Cena and he comes with John Cena in the Grayskull ring. So
Yeah.
there's a wrestling ring that looks kind of like the brick of Castle Grayskull and stuff. And
It's genius.
it's so weird.
But it's genius because you're going to bring in or remind new fans into Motu. I mean, it's young kids like wrestling.
It is, G. I never thought of it from that angle.
It's genius.
It is genius.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's the one thing that like everybody wrestling has stayed constant through the years. I mean the characters have changed and whatnot, but it's still something that kids really dig, and of course parents, they're going to bring their kids to that stuff. You do any sort of crossover, I mean they're going to pay attention. They may or may not like it, they're at least going to look at it.
Yeah.
So there's potential here.
I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you guys for having me on. Enjoy your birthday.
See you,
man.
Pete.
All right,
So
Pete.
love you guys. Take
Love
care.
you too, man.
So yeah, I want to say, for some reason, these are not like I'm not feeling I have to get these,
No, like
but I
said,
think it's a good move, especially after what Travis just said. I think it is a good move to do this.
I'm gonna definitely check them all out. See, I mean, we might find. I do customs now and again too. Maybe there's some pieces on one guy that will look great on this guy that will
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So the thing with these though, these are coming out by Christmas of this year.
Yeah, so we'll get to maybe. I'll probably. I would buy one if nothing else, just to play with that body.
Right. Just like, well, here's this, and well, he's got He-Man's axe, and here's yeah. I mean, the Terror Claw. It's just so cool. So, yeah. Moving on, Mondo.
Yeah, Mondo's got some good stuff, man.
They showed off their 1/6 Masters figures. We got a good look at Man-at-Arms.
God, he's good.
That shield.
Oh,
what?
Oh. that is what I want to see in a movie.
Yeah.
Is that type of costume, that type of look.
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you regret not getting in on Mondo?
No. When I saw Steve's that He-Man, I mean, it blew me away because really in the picture, and this is how it always is with anything.
Yeah.
The pictures never do it justice. You're I could do without that. The second it's in front of your face and you're able to look at it in different lighting and different angles and whatnot. I mean, it's really, really cool. He-Man's the worst looking one out of all of them.
He is.
Which is, I see
He's pretty
Skeletor.
good.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, he's like the other every one they've brought up since blows them away.
I think humans are hard. It's
well,
hard
yeah, because they have
capturing.
specific looks about them, facial features and whatnot. And if you alter them a little bit, they're completely different people now.
Yeah.
If you have beasts and whatnot, a skull face, and that's not hard to mess up.
Yeah.
You can put fangs on it, not fangs. You can change the color, but whatever the case, it's still going to be a skull face. That's Skeletor.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
That Hordak.
That's what I wanted to say. Hordak. They showed us a Hordak, and
he might be the pinnacle.
Yeah.
So far.
You know what? But the weird thing is, I've never been a merman. To me, is tight. I love that merman figure.
Yeah,
I was never a big merman fan, but over like the last 6 years or so, like all the stuff they've shown me of modern day merman has made me like fall in love with that character so much.
You know what made me fall in love with it? Steven's voice.
That's true. We don't get a lot of merman
either.
I miss that. I miss that little fishy voice.
Yeah. I'm hoping that when we get into the like the newspaper strips and stuff like that, there's going to be some merman in there.
But plus, I'm in the works on a radio play, so he might show up in there.
Ooh.
Yes. I did we kind of bounced it off each other the other night. We were hanging out, so yeah, that's going to be fun.
The Rock people will be involved. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to get them in there.
So yeah, Mondo looking good. That
Yeah,
Hordak,
looks
definitely
awesome.
check out that Hordak.
God, I love the Faker, which is just a He-Man.
But he still looks awesome.
Looks so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, can you imagine what a Beast Man's gonna look like?
Oh,
holy
dude. Dude. I want to see a woman. I want to see how they portray the female figure. Yeah. You're gonna get.
Could you imagine a sorceress?
Oh, girl.
All right,
moving on. This for once, like this, our podcast isn't like Super 7, Super 7, Super 7, Super 7. It's all Mattel, which is very new for us, but it's nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Although we do have a little bit of Super 7 news. They have not lost their master's license.
Nope.
And they might reveal something possibly at PowerCon.
Right.
And that's about it.
So weird watching Pixel Dan's interviews where he talks to Mattel and they're like, hey, we did a lot of classics. They kind of give the feeling, we're kind of done with that.
Yeah.
And then so everybody's like, oh, no more classics.
Yeah.
And then you talk to Super 7 and they're like, hey, would there be any classics? And Brian Flynn's like, well, why wouldn't we not want to make classics?
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, we know you want to make them, but can you?
Yeah, so it's very ambiguous.
Like, what are you? So basically, they're not off the table yet. I hope that they still allow them to do so. I don't know, man. Like, and I've probably said this before on here, but like Super 7 got a lot of crap from a lot of the fans throughout the last 3-4 years or whatever. But man, you've got to give credit where credit is due, because without them, Masters would have been basically dead.
Yeah.
So they've kept it alive. They renewed interest. They've straight up said that, and I mean, you got to give them a high five, man. Give those guys a hug. When I see Brian, I'm gonna high five that guy.
You think about from my point of view, classics is really the only thing I want to collect.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for them,
right,
it'd be 2 to 5 years with nothing.
With absolutely nothing.
Right.
So, I like that they're still on the table. Obviously, they just, they've been releasing some stuff this year. More stuff still needs.
Lots of reaction stuff. Lots of
reaction
cool, reaction.
Yeah, but they didn't show anything new.
No,
So
not yet.
Not yet. So we're hoping something from PowerCon.
We'll see something at PowerCon.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if it's there, we're going to see it because we're going to be there.
We're going to be there. You guys better go. And the last thing is season 3 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power drops August 2nd. And we finally got a glimpse of a classic Horde member. I was on Instagram today and they had a quick little video, no sound. It was just real quick. I believe you call those GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you personally want to pronounce that word.
Okay.
We saw Grizzlor. Got a little peek at Grizzlor.
Did you like?
I did like. I'll show you real quick here. That is not Grizzlor. I have the weird stuff in my phone. I don't know. It looks like Grizzlor.
Yeah.
Filmation version, right? I mean,
it's not bad. I don't hate it.
No, he looks like a fuzzy guy with yellow eyes, and yeah, he looks like me without a mustache.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So, other than that, we'll say it again. Go to PowerCon.
Go to PowerCon.
Less than a month away.
See us there.
Are you guys doing a panel or anything? You doing anything?
I don't think so.
No, we don't have any plans.
Okay.
We're just gonna wing it.
Yep. It's all about
If we get offered, we'll do it.
hanging out.
Yeah. So,
all right. Is that it for news?
That's it for news.
Okay, then we got to get to the real important part of this podcast.
This is going to be for our Patreon supporters, but patrons of the universe. But you all get to listen in as me and Steve fail miserably. It's another trivia game, right? That's the plan.
That's the plan.
That's why Travis is here.
That's why Travis is here.
You guys listened a few episodes ago. We did the same thing, only we won prizes for ourselves. This time we are playing for patrons. I have Sean Scavarna. You have King Gary Skull, Gary Rickelman.
I do. Both randomly picked in the previous episode. If you happen to have missed that one, you can go back there and see how we did that. But this is it. I mean, me and Jeremy we gotta go at it and see who comes out on top. And whichever one of us comes out on top will win a book for their
the Power and Honor
respective
Foundation book.
Yeah.
Is the book here?
No, you know what? I didn't bring one.
Okay.
I didn't,
All right.
You want to skim through?
I just want to see what it looked like.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really hard book to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
I would have sold that shit.
we got a couple pieces of them. A couple pieces.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, we have some giveaways. Thank you to Joshua Mantel for that too. Without him, this would not be possible. So
No.
All right.
We could do the trivia, but we wouldn't have any gold to give away.
Yeah, it'd be like used tissue. It's not rag.
All right, Travis, this is your show.
This is my show. Well, once again, I reached out for help.
Okay.
Okay, so I got a few people that provided questions. It's weird. I reached out to a bunch of people, and only a few people answered.
Everybody else is like, leave me alone.
Yeah, they actually did not even answer my messages. So they're like, this weirdo needs to stop messaging me. I don't know why Brian Flynn wouldn't answer me. Okay, but
Joker.
yeah, but pretty fun. Once again, I got some really good questions, I think, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Steve being the birthday boy, I think he probably should get first swing here.
Sounds good to me.
All right, I figured you'd agree with that because you're a pretty great guy.
Aw, thanks.
I'm so nervous. I want to win so bad.
All right, so Steve representing the Tickle Man. So Steve Tickleman and Jeremy representing Husqvarna. So Jeremy Husqvarna. All right, so
Houston.
here we go. Steven.
Well,
Once again, the way this works, Steven gets a chance to answer. If he doesn't get it correct, Jeremy gets a chance to jump in. If they go longer than 5 seconds, they're out unless they're being funny. All right, here we go. Steven. From the wonderful Nate March. Nate might be one of the nicest
He is. He's so amazing.
he's pretty cool.
people on the internet. I swear to
I
God.
love Nate so much.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet him.
All right.
No, I'm gonna hug him.
I'm gonna hug him, but I think he's really tall, so I'll probably be like wrapping around his waist. I'll put my head on his belly button.
And you won't be able to wrap around him, even though I think he's probably a slender guy. Your
Because I
T-Rex
got T-Rex
arms.
arms. It's like a bird.
The other day I almost choked to death, and Steve couldn't give me the Heimlich. Now,
Big belly, short arms. What are we gonna do?
yeah, trying to wrap around another big belly. All right, so Nate, thank you. I love you as well. Steven, the green lady that helps He-Man in the first mini comic, is she called the goddess or the sorceress?
The goddess. No, that's wrong.
Wrong.
She was.
Jeremy, that don't quite work. So you know what? Jeremy gets a point for that. If it's a question that you there
How did I
isn't.
screw that up?
Oh yes, she is called the sorceress.
She
It's
is.
because she's been called goddess so many times.
Yeah,
at that
it
moment.
seemed like such a. I was like, what a slow ball. But
Yeah.
The sorceress didn't exist yet.
then I
It's
thought
so
about
easy.
it, and I'm like, dang it, that's right.
All right, so if it's an answer like that, the question like that, then if you don't get it correct, the other person automatically gets that point. What toy line,
man.
Jeremy, Husqvarna, did the original Battle Cat sculpt come from?
Big Jim.
I knew that.
Jeremy,
Mm-hmm.
up 2-0. Ooh. Steven, what was Jitsu's name in the one and only Filmation episode that he appeared in?
Jobber.
Correct.
Good job. Thanks, bud. Rooting for you.
Jeremy,
Yeah? He's already giggling.
who is Crystal Moonbeam's sister?
Starla Moon Glimmer Beam.
Steven, Tickleman for the chance to steal.
I don't know.
Who is
Wait, I was
Crystal
wrong.
Moon? Who is Crystal Moonbeam's sister?
I'm gonna go with one of the Star Sisters. Is it one of the Star Sisters? I don't know, but it says sister. Crystal Moonbeam. I don't know. Is that from an episode or is that a character? I'm just gonna go Tall Star because I don't know.
Crystal Sundancer.
Oh.
What the heck is that from?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look this one up.
Here's a good one.
Hmm.
And just to fill you in.
Who's this for?
Nate said, real quick, Nate said, I'm getting some really hard ones from the Motu character and World compendium book from Dark Horse Comics.
Uh,
I had no idea about the crystal one either.
so glad that I don't feel so stupid now.
All right,
awesome.
so this is Steven. When did the Battlebird vehicle appear for the first time?
The Battlebird vehicle here for the first time. I don't know what he means. I'm gonna say in the Talon Fighter record.
Wrong. Jeremy, when did the Battlebird vehicle appear for the first time?
In the Ladybird books.
New Adventures of He-Man cartoon series.
Damn.
Yeah, like
I knew that it was not a vintage thing, but I had nothing.
All right, this is
Unless it was a prototype or something.
this is a good one. Okay, Jeremy.
Okay.
All right. I asked this question of Steve. Who is your favorite Motu Classic figure? What was Steven's answer?
Fisto.
Wrong.
Damn.
Beastman.
That's a good figure.
That is a good figure.
Yeah.
There's too many good figures.
Fisto is, but I mean that's almost unfair because Fisto is like my favorite character.
I just figured he would have been your favorite.
Yeah, you
That's
know,
a good looking
yeah,
figure.
It is a good looking.
I don't own that figure, and I've seen him, and I want to cut one.
Yeah,
Steven,
yeah.
Steve lied.
what is
What am I asking?
what is Jeremy's favorite Motu Classic figure?
Spikor.
Ooh. Scareglow.
You were close.
All right, we are currently standing at Steve Tickleman 2, Jeremy Husqvarna 3.
It's close.
Very close. Very close.
You guys are like screaming at our podcast right now. You guys better not mess up.
Already messed up, man. These questions are killer.
Jeremy,
Yes.
what is Travis's favorite Motu Classic figure?
Granomir,
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Wrong.
but not the one he chose.
Steven.
I'm trying to think. I think this is obvious. I think you've told me before.
He only has like 3 or 4 figures.
No, he's got a lot of villains.
Oh, yeah.
He has a lot of villains, and I'm going to go with the same as Jeremy. I'm going to say Scareglow.
Correct.
Ow! That's such a great figure.
It is a
It
great
is.
figure. You know, it's funny. Before I came in, I went and looked at my shelf, and I actually have a lot of villains. And I sat there looking, and I'm like, oh, Modular is so awesome. Oh, this stone dude is really awesome. I don't even know his name, but he's awesome looking. Webster, man, I always loved Webster. And then Scarecrow just kind of stuck out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
He's so cool.
Yeah.
Man.
I asked my kid, I go, hey, who's my favorite? What's my favorite? And he's like, Skeletor. I like him too, but nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. That puts us to
Tied, right? 3-3.
3-3, and it is
Yeah.
Steven. Back to Mr. Barch. What powers did the United Power Sword grant in the earliest alkalinity mini comics?
Alkaline.
I'm probably wrong because this seems easy to me too. So I'm going to say entrance to Castle Grayskull.
Wrong. I'm going to read the question again. What powers did the United Power Sword grant in the earliest Alcala mini comics? Germany.
The ability to open up another dimension.
Okay, I don't know if I'm just not reading this right, but when I say what powers,
There's more.
that
than
means more than one.
It doesn't. Oh,
Ultimate power, magical abilities, invulnerability, and the ability to enter Castle Grayskull.
I don't remember that ever being spelled out, but I'm sure it is.
I didn't realize I had so many.
Well, I think He-Man already had all that stuff, didn't he? But regardless.
Nah, he was just a naked dude.
All right.
He's a barbarian.
And Skeletor
From a
didn't wear
tribe.
underwear.
Jeremy,
Yes.
I asked Steven, what is his favorite Motu original vintage figure? And he said,
I'm a probably Beastman.
that is a point for Steven. He said, He-Man.
Huh.
We discussed this.
I know, but I didn't think
You said the same thing.
I know.
You're like, there's something about that original figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I automatically took He-Man and Skeletor off because I always do that.
I think you even said that in that podcast too. I'm just gonna take them off because
Yeah, well, you do that a lot because it's like they're the main guys, so you got to
Mhm.
think of like the secondary characters. But yeah.
All right, that puts Steven up 4-3.
Oh, Sean.
Steven,
Yeah.
the same question. What is Jeremy's favorite vintage figure?
Now, he just said that he takes things off the table, so my instinct was to go to Skeletor. But he also has said the original. You are asked. Let me say the question again, quick.
Vintage figure.
Same question I
Yeah,
asked,
same
okay.
question. Yep.
I was gonna say Skeletor. We have had that talk about. We both agreed that the vintage He-Man had something about it, or will he go with Spikor? Because that is one of his favorite characters. Or will he go back to Scareglow? Gosh, this is hard. I'm gonna say Spikor.
Correct.
Yeah, I know my boo. Actually, I didn't, because I was like,
Oh, jeez. All right. So that was Jeremy, Steven. Okay.
Oh, man.
So we're back to Jeremy.
Yeah, I'm lagging. I'm two behind now.
Two behind. This could
Sorry,
be,
Sean.
this could be the one though where you catch up.
All right, okay.
All right. There is a new movie being filmed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a two-part question because I don't want to have to pronounce it.
Okay.
I need you to pronounce the name of the boy cast to play He-Man and then spell his last name.
Noah Centineo. Centineo.
Boom! Could you have done that, Steven?
well, I would have said Centineo.
Okay.
Well,
That's how I
it's
hear
my
it.
Awesome.
Michigander
Okay, I have
coming
no
out.
idea. I have no idea how it's
I'm very
pronounced.
nasal.
And I don't know. I think I would have been close to that, but I don't know if I would have gotten it.
I still think he's a good-looking kid, so
He's a good looking kid.
I'm
I
excited
kiss
about
him on the mouth.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. We'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes. All right. So we are at Steve with 5. Steve Tiggleman in the lead. Jeremy Husqvarna sitting in at 4. All right. So this it's tight. We have 2 questions left. Okay. We have Nate Barch, who is a very talented artist. Somewhat, I would say, of a media personality. I mean, he's on a podcast, a pretty successful one.
Yeah.
And we have a straight up YouTube sensation. With our other question. All right. So now
There's only one of those that I know we have access to.
It's not Pixel Dan.
No,
so
it's the Kmart Pixel Dan.
Stephen it is your chance to answer here. You are going to get to pick. Do you want Nate's question, or do you want a YouTube sensations question?
Okay, so I don't even trust Justin to have the right answer to his own question. So I'm going to say, at least with Nate, he knows what he's talking about.
It's going to be correct.
It's going to be correct. I'll either be wrong or right. Probably wrong because.
And those who don't know, they're speaking of Justice Curry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take Nate. And,
You're gonna take Nate?
It's tough because he gives hard.
He
questions.
does, man. He gets good stuff.
He's a smart. He does this well.
And he likes this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, he likes this. This is fun for him. Right. So, here we go. The last question from Nate. What in the early Alfredo mini comics possessed Tila's body?
The sorceress.
Jeremy with a chance to steal.
Oh no. I see the picture, and I can't think of who possessed her. I'm just gonna go with Evil Lynn.
Wrong. The spirits of many ancestral champions.
All right.
Did you guys read this book? Or?
Yeah, but I don't remember that.
No.
I think what I'm
sorceress
thinking.
and there was
I'm
a split
think-
there.
yeah, I'm
they
thinking
got
of-
us. They
yeah.
did something. That's
That's
what I was
what I'm
going
thinking
to.
of when they were together and they split. And
Yeah.
yeah, well, we both failed that one. So now there's only one question left, isn't there?
One question.
Are we tied?
No.
No.
I'm in the lead.
You were in the lead.
So if he gets this, that's a tie.
It's a tie. And there is a little bit of a surprise here.
Oh.
The YouTube sensation that I reached out to was not Justice Curry.
Oh, okay.
It was Mini Pete San.
Oh my God. All right. We have never
So-
really talked about
Yeah,
Mini
so
Pete on
Coming
here.
to listeners aren't going to know who the heck Mini Pete Son is.
If you listen to my wife, he's gonna kill me.
How do you not know?
Over it.
I mean, there's some that, yeah, will know, but
He's basically Pete's little mini doppelganger, and he's Asian,
he's a
and he's
jerk.
very mad, and he thinks Steve can go to hell. So,
I have no idea what this is going to be.
did you honestly reach out to Mini Pete's?
Stupid.
So I was kind of worried that the little fatty wouldn't be able to put down his food and actually answer this. But he did.
All right.
All right, Jeremy. For the chance to tie. Hey, Mini Pete. I got a quick question for you. Who is your favorite Motu character? His answer was...
Oh man, he's gonna. Is this a trick question? Did he actually choose?
There's no way this is going to be a straight answer.
Right, there's no way.
This is an impossible
it's gonna
question.
be like Steve can go to hell or something.
Yeah.
Pete McCarthy.
Wrong. Steven, for the chance to steal and lock it up.
You know what to do here. What would he say? Ram Man. I don't know.
He said none because he's not gay.
Yeah. Of course, that's what he would have
He's
said.
such a jerk.
What a jerk. I knew it was a trick question. I just didn't know how to go about answering it that
Not
way.
even fair.
Oh my goodness.
He is not politically correct.
No,
Not even close.
He
No.
doesn't belong on this show.
He's a little monster.
he is.
But I will tell you, when he replied to me, I laughed so hard.
It would definitely catch you off guard. That's for sure.
All right. Wow.
I guess that makes Steve the winner, huh?
Steve and the Tickle Man,
Ah,
Gary Rickelman.
so sorry, Sean.
Well,
So sorry.
You were right there, Jeremy. You were right there.
There will be other chances, though.
Yeah.
And for once, Steve got more questions right than you guys got wrong. So
All
good
right.
job. Good job, guys.
Nice.
I don't feel like I got much right.
I know.
You got 5 right.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
5's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
5's good. I know you guys already had this plan that you had gifts, but I couldn't let this go without getting you guys some gifts to go along with
Oh.
it. You know, so for winning, I go to shows, I pick up stuff when I see stuff for my friends that they would like. It's one of my favorite things to do now at shows because my collection it's not complete by any means, but I don't go to shows a lot anymore and see stuff for me. So I like to shop. You know, I like to shop.
There's
for
no
my
brand new Mythic Legions at show.
Right,
yes,
right.
that's a big part of it.
No, that's some of
Yeah.
my favorite stuff to do too. Finding stuff that I know my friends will like.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Steve, as the winner, you get the big prize here. Okay. And that is these 2 puzzles.
Oh,
Ooh.
sealed.
And I don't know if you had them or not, but I thought, man, they are just so beautiful.
I don't have either of those.
I thought the
Nice.
colors and I just thought they looked brand new still.
Yeah, they're still sealed. I mean,
Yeah.
these are like big jigsaw, like, 5-year-old.
frame tray puzzles.
Yeah.
Here's one with Battle Armor He-Man swinging on a vine, and Orko's kind of holding onto his neck. You got Merman down there in the river.
There's spikes sticking up.
Yeah, Skeletor's in the background shooting his Havoc staff as
And
He-Man is
He-Man's
deflecting
Yes.
with his shield.
Very
Very
on
awesome.
the back, there's art.
Now, this isn't that book that I bought recently from Boonstraw.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a classic. Everybody would know this. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very colorful picture of He-Man raising the Sword of Power. And then, of
What's he
course,
singing a harmonious song like "Happy Birthday."
then another one. This is another awesome scene. Skeletor taking on Man-at-Arms. Gray mustache on Man-at-Arms.
Great mustache on Man-at-Arms. Yes.
And the Dragon Walker's in it. And anytime the Dragon Walker's in anything, I find it amusing.
You know what I find even more amusing is that the lasers that are coming out of the Havoc staff are coming out of the eyes.
That looks actually pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah. Usually it's like a whole thing, and then on the back, a picture of He-Man riding Battle Cat, Battle Armor He-Man riding Battle Cat, 4 planets or moons in the sky, and they look like they are frolicking and singing "Happy Birthday" to Steven. So
They look so happy.
they do. They look very happy.
Now let's see what Jeremy's got.
Jeremy, you're actually going to get a gift that came right from Nate Barch.
What?
Yeah, I bought some items from him. He threw in some stuff, some like, yeah, here you go kind of things. And here you go.
Look at these guys. They're a little minifigure. Okay, I have some of these, but I do not have either of these.
Oh, perfect.
Is that a faker?
It's a Jungle Attack
Oh, no,
He-Man
it's a
and a Snake Armor Skeletor. They are like, I don't know, a couple inches tall or so. And they are from 2000X. They are 2.75 or 7 centimeters from 2000X. Still sealed.
nice. Jungle Attack He-Man, Snake Armor He-Man. Can't go wrong.
That's Snake Armor Skeletor.
Ah.
Real quick, I'll show you.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thanks, Trav.
No problem. Thanks for letting me play the game with you guys.
For sure.
Real quick, I got a couple other things. One, Jeremy, this is for you, and I can't take full credit for this. A friend of ours at a show, wonderful friend named Carl Miller, the big
I know
ginger.
Carl.
Yep, the big ginger. He said, hey, there's a figure over on that table. Maybe that guy will cut you a break on it. That's something that Jeremy wants. And he goes, yeah, I tried to get it, but it was the guy wouldn't come down. I went over and he like half priced it for me.
I
So-
feel like
look,
Carl,
Yeah.
Carl was like texting me.
I think so. So you might know what this is.
Jeremy's looking
Wow.
He seems to be excited. He's putting his hand in the bag and pulling out that, which is awesome.
Look at that.
That is a
Remco, maybe?
Yeah, it's a Remco 84. It says something comics, JDC. Anyway,
it's the bird guy.
it's a bird guy. Like
And-
he looks like the guy from the Muppets,
He does
except he's black and yellow,
orange-ish.
orange. Yeah, like a maze.
So that's like is that a warrior beast? I think. I
Yeah.
think that's a warrior beast.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is freaking sweet.
80s knockoff line
yeah.
of He-Man.
Things that we would have just overlooked back in the day, but
So
now,
5 years ago, even. You know?
Yeah.
But now we're like, these are sweet, and because they are.
You know, it's funny. I didn't even see it on that guy's table. You know,
Really?
or I might have even just bought it regardless
Right.
anyway. You know, so but Carl was the one that pointed it out and said,
Oh, I love
said
this.
you were after it. So.
Absolutely love it.
And then that brings me to Steven's birthday present, which
Woo! I didn't expect to get a birthday present.
I hope you like it. I also picked these up at a show, of course, but we'll see what you think.
He's digging into a Bath and Body Works bag.
Woo!
Large and in
Okay.
charge.
Whoa!
Oh,
First, we've got one of the what are these Imperial Toys dragons, the two-headed dragon one. I don't think I have this one, or if I do, it's not in this
A
color
different color, okay.
for sure. And even has the little zip tie thing on the side.
yeah,
which
like
is-
it's never been taken off. And
No, it
sweet.
hasn't. And another one. Oh, this is cool too. I know I have this one. But I do not. Mine is very green and orange, I believe. This one is
This
very
has Skeletor
blue.
colors.
Yeah, this one's very. It's. I don't know, how would you describe this thing? It's a lizard warthog thing. The way the teeth come out of its mouth,
Yeah.
and he's got very scaly
Like
skin.
an armadillo. almost,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a gold saddle, which also has the little
He's like purple on top, but fades down to like a
Zip tie thing.
periwinkle-ish bluish.
both great pieces. Love them. Thank you,
Awesome.
Trap. And then I got this thing, which I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a raincoat,
This
dude.
is a
It's a
raincoat.
rain slicker.
This looks like what
Yeah, Georgie.
Georgie was wearing in it.
Georgie.
Except
It says Masters of the Universe on the front.
it is cool. How am I going to display that? I
Look
love it.
Look at the back. What's the back?
Oh man,
That's the Errol McCarthy art, right? Am I right?
I
Tell me
believe
I'm right. It's from like the back packaging.
it's awesome.
He-Man on
This is
back.
awesome. I don't know how the heck I'm ever going to
That-
fit in it.
You need to
I want you to
put
so
it
bad.
on. It's definitely
It's like for a
child.
3-year-old.
Yeah, it's like a child size.
But it is so cool.
I thought you would love that.
I do love
That
that.
is really, really cool.
That makes me smile. I love it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Well, if we're in the gift giving mood,
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
I brought something as well. Open it carefully.
He's being handed a large white box. Looks like the size a Barbie would be in.
Yeah, I got you a Barbie. I found those She-Ra dolls at the store.
Did you? Did you?
Clearance out.
Yeah.
I know what this is immediately. Oh my gosh. This is so great. Yes! It's a custom Danimus. Danimus is the best. Oh, the Valley of Power. Here he is. Where's his backpack?
I wanted to make him as universal as he could be, so he wasn't stuck on his one episode. So
Oh, here he is. He's got the black white of his eyes. That doesn't make any sense, but if you've seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
His blue eyes, his crazy little headband. This character is so great.
it was originally a Prince Adam.
Really?
Yes, and I
That's great.
that. Gave him the beard and mustache.
Sculpted
the
vest.
Sculpted the vest.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I was gonna do like because in the episode he's got like a belt that goes across, and I was gonna do that, but then I was like, well, he's got this other belt, the regular belt that they never show in the cartoon. I was like,
Yeah.
why don't I just tuck it into that belt, and then it'll look cooler. I did glue his legs and his weapon into his hand, so. But the arms can move up and down. Just don't move them too high up. Or
I'm just going to set him next to Nippler.
Well, you said something like a few episodes back.
Yeah,
where
I
you're
heard
like,
it.
I want a Danavis figure or something like that.
I do.
And immediately, right here on the show, I went, "That's what I'm going to make him for his birthday." So
Jeremy sent me a picture of this.
You're like, what the hell is that?
I had no idea.
I sent it to a few people, and they're like, "That looks cool." I don't know what the hell it is. But like, like it's clearly Danimus. So.
How did you not know?
I knew before I even had a glimpse of the whole thing. Like Danimus. Oh, at least
Awesome.
now I have a Danimus figure.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the night. All right.
Oh, we will.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to destroy you. Take away all your...
Hey, to be fair, I've said that already. I was going to lose, so Sean losing should have just known that I was going to lose. So don't worry, Sean. You are not taken off the list of being able to participate again. Plus, I mean, we're going to have other ways of giving these things out as well. We do have a contest coming up, or a giveaway coming up soon. We haven't talked about it really. So I don't know if we want to do something similar to what we did last year, like a video or something, or if we just want to pick somebody at random. I don't know. I think
we need to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll figure that out.
Seriously. But everybody, thanks, Travis, for coming in. Everybody give Travis a round of applause.
Thanks,
Thanks, Trav.
Yep, see you guys. Don't forget your comics.
We won't.
We also got something else in the mail.
We did.
We got something in the mail, period. Yes, here, I'm going to read this.
All right.
Getting out the letter. It says, "Hey, Po2 folks, here's an extra hard drive I didn't have a use for. What might be on it, you ask? Only every single episode of every single He-Man show and movie ever. Well, except for Woke She-Ra. Sorry, no Netflix She-Ra for this grumpy old man. I've just finished converting my pretty big DVD Blu-ray collection into files stuffed into a bunch of hard drives. Takes up a lot less shelf space for one. Of course, part of this project involved ripping everything from the He-Man and She-Ra DVDs plus the 87 movie Blu-ray. But I'm not sure if this is at all useful to you guys. I believe this would be very useful for us. I know you're iPad nerds and this thing has a standard USB cord on it. Might be there's some ridiculously expensive Apple adapter to get the two to talk. Boring technical details, the drive is formatted in exFAT, so is friendly to both Macs and PCs. All the video files are stored as MKVs. Inside those MKVs is the InTouch video from the discs. So that's MPEG-2 video with Dolby Digital Audio for the episodes and ABC video with DTS HD Master Audio for the movie. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was thinking this set could possibly be useful for future podcasts. Maybe
Yes.
it makes it easy to grab funny audio clips or record more episode commentaries. Or at least it might be good for entertaining kids on long car rides. Thanks for making me laugh every couple weeks, Matt Rexer.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Very cool. We basically own all this stuff already, but we own it on DVD/Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And, I mean, lazy Americans that we are, it's like, then we have to dig it out and blah, blah, blah. I haven't even looked at this yet, so I haven't plugged it in or anything. I had just opened it to make sure there wasn't anything like perishable or whatever in here, or that I didn't accidentally order something and forget that I did, because I do that a lot. I get mail or I forget that I ordered something from somebody, or that I won an auction and random stuff appears in the mail. So, but no, I thought it was pretty cool. Would actually come in very useful for the episode commentaries, and we definitely gonna do more of those because that was fun, which also inspired the Danimus figure. You got it?
Very much appreciated. Yes.
Look at
Look at
that
this.
go. Yeah. Awesome, man.
Sweet.
Super sweet. Thank you so much. Man, we have like the coolest fans ever. And you know what? Friends. The coolest friends
That's right.
ever.
That's right.
All right. Well, let me get out the itinerary. This has been such a crazy episode so far.
It has.
Is it a good birthday so far today?
Good birthday.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
41's all right?
40. It's better than not getting a 41.
That's true.
So, yeah.
All right. So that brings us on to listener feedback.
All right. Let's do some listener feedback then.
All right. Let's do it.
And as soon as I know what Jeremy's
There it is.
he loves his music drops. All right.
You gotta have the music drops.
This
How
makes
will
me feel.
people know that the episode's transitioning into a different section?
There's no possible way they could.
Nope. So we went around and we asked the group, what was your favorite reveal from San Diego Comic-Con 2019? We had a lot of random answers, stuff that wasn't Masters of the Universe. Brian Cleese, for example, says nothing wowed him for Masters of the Universe, and he felt bad for Super 7, and he sincerely missed Super 7's pop-up shop exclusives as well.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I've never been there, but that sounds like it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That with that Skeletor player and.
Yes, Super 7 puts a lot into their stuff. I mean, they did a lot for the Peanuts this year, and it made me want to buy Peanuts stuff. Charlie Brown, like the original, where their heads are bigger and they look cuter and stuff, and just awesome stuff. He really liked the NECA cartoon TMNT Metalhead. Do that. They dropped some Ninja Turtle stuff. I know this ain't Ninja Turtles, but man, it was some good stuff. Nate Barch, Hot Toys, Bespin, Luke, and Wicket. Sean Scavarna he says, I know I'm going to catch hell from Steve on this, but I think my favorite was learning they're handing Thor's hammer over to Natalie Portman in Thor 4. At least it's something different for the franchise.
Okay, here's my comment I gotta make.
He's got to say it.
And this is good. It isn't going to be the angle that people are probably thinking I'm going to take. Of course, on this podcast, people might not know the angle I would take.
Right.
I'm not sure. Point is,
Steve gets accused of being anti-woman or masculine. You're not.
No, I don't think I am. But,
No, I don't think
hey, here's the point. I just feel like we just got Chris Hemsworth Thor where we need him.
Right.
The first Thor was okay.
Yeah.
The second Thor was eh. We learned to love him in teen movies with the Avengers.
Yeah.
And now we got him. We had Thor Ragnarok, the best Thor movie we've ever had.
Right.
They got the comedy right. They got they just got Thor's character where he's awesome. They made him look tough as nails, cool, entertaining, and everything else is like, yeah, now Thor movies are beginning to be my favorite movies ever. And now they're like, Thor 4, everybody's like, yeah, more Chris Hemsworth because we lost Cap, we lost Iron Man, but we still got Chris Hemsworth, who's really good now as Thor, and now is going to hand over his hammer to someone else. I don't like that.
I have a feeling that everything will be okay. I have a feeling that he's going to be pretty prominent. So I think we'll be okay. I do feel your pain. I understand where your pain is coming
That's my feelings.
There you go.
So when he says something different, he's excited about something different. I'm not ready for anything different yet.
Right, we just got used to this. We want more of this.
I want more Hemsworth.
What I'm hoping, and I know, once again, this is a Masters podcast, but, we're super nerds. What I'm hoping is that the new Guardians will have Thor in it, and we'll have a good amount of Thor
I'm
in
hoping.
that movie. So maybe, and that'll happen, I would assume, maybe before this. So
I don't know.
we'll find out.
Well, I mean, I know if it's anything like the comics, and we do have to move on, but I know the reason that she has the hammer is because Thor becomes unworthy of it somehow. So maybe something happens during the Guardians movie that makes Thor unworthy, and then it transitions into. I don't know.
It's very
Possible.
interesting
It's
to see her embracing the MCU now.
Yeah,
Anyway.
That's another thing that kind of bothers me. That's a different podcast.
Yeah, it definitely. But we had to address it because Sean addressed it. So we had a few other things. Mentions about the WWE line, the Ghostbusters, Undertaker, Tony Crossland like Bloody. Tony Crossland like Bluto and Popeye.
Oh, yeah.
Jermaine Bennett, NECA, April O'Neil, and Casey Jones. Yeah, those look sweet. Bo Chappell, Boss Fight Studios, getting the license to do the Phantom figures. Close second, this guy, and he showed a picture of Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Larry Eleftherios Sidrakis says, Mezco 112 Collective, Conan the Barbarian really wowed me. Did you like
So-
that one?
I really like that Conan. I'm going to get that Conan. I do feel like they went a little crazy with the details. If you looked at the picture, anyways, he looks a little old. Like they put so much striation and muscle detail, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Throughout his whole body, it looks a little emaciated
Okay.
and a little bit old. So that's just my opinion.
I'll have to look at that again. 'Cause
Yeah.
I looked at it the first time and just went, that looks sweet. Here, Steve, check it out.
Yeah. And you know, either way, I'm buying it because it's
I figured,
awesome.
especially with your recent kick of like loving Conan again, not that you stopped, but just like your, okay, here we go. Well, this wasn't what I was thinking. I think I was thinking.
Well, there was also a statue.
that statue.
That's
thinking.
not. He's talking about the 112 though, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, he was talking about.
Do you
this.
agree with me on this? From what you can see,
Yeah, it's almost too many veins.
yeah, it's like it's just too much.
Like
Back that off 10% or 20
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. Shave the veins down a little bit. His face does look a little wrinkly. Tons of detail though. He looks really cool. Could definitely back off a little bit of that stuff, but I mean, he looks amazing regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Then we get into Tim Sawyer here, who says, Masters of the WWE Universe, hands down. A collaboration of my favorite two toy properties, Big E Faces, Terra Claws, Triple H, genius. Justin Treese also says the Masters of WWE Castle Grayskull wrestling ring.
Yeah.
So, John Caulfield says, Mondo Hordak and the proper look at Man-at-Arms.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I gotta agree.
Those are amazing. And we're getting these as we go down. These people are getting more correct at what they thought was the best. Just Ken Hill says those Motu Mega Constructs reveals like Point Dread blew me away, and Unicron too. Yeah, I agree. I don't know the Unicron thing, but Point Dread looks sweet. Robert Cookie Cook says He-Man Mega Constructs sets.
Yeah.
Martin Quintero's Paz says the new Mega Constructs Motu figures and vehicles. Richard Haynes Mega Constructs, specifically the Roton and Battle Cat. Those are pretty sweet.
Mm.
Also, the fact that Motu Origins will be available in retail. Just hoping that will apply worldwide. Same here. And now everybody who was correct 100%. David Clark, Masters of the Universe Origins. Len LaGuardia, the Motu Origins are great, and that I can hunt them down at retail stores is even better. I agree. Matthew Carlson, I'm excited that the Origins line will be at retail. I remember going to the store as a kid and checking out all the Masters toys right there on the pegs in front of me. That is something I've really wanted to do with my kids, and you will be able to, Matthew Carlson. And Paul Guyton says, easy, the Origins reveals. So I would say that's probably my favorite thing that was shown as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know.
I really like the turtle stuff that was shown.
There was a lot for me to get excited about.
I was gonna say you have your fingers in many things that you collect. Me these days, I'm kind of whittling down to like one or two things because nothing's coming out of the other stuff. So yeah, I could see you getting Star Wars stuff, and I don't know. Was there anything Star Wars wise that you?
Hot Toys wise,
Okay.
you know, there was a couple pieces that the Nate brought one up earlier. I think at some point the Ewok Wicket. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Besman Luke is great. I already have the original release of that by Hot Toys, but I'm not going to get into all that. There's just some good stuff of from there that I'm wondering how I'm going to afford.
Right? All this stuff, you're like, oh my god. Excuse me. But yeah. So that brings us into the questions. Dave Lapatino says, referring to Origins He-Man in box, these look like a lot of fun. Was really hoping the extra heads/hands would make it to the retail release, but I don't see how they'll fit in that bubble. Choking hazard concerns, maybe? Yeah, that's kind of the question we have too. Like, will the other heads be in there? Do you think maybe would they do like a heads pack, or do you think they'll like put variants out, or?
I don't know, but they've included hands and stuff in with Legends before.
Yeah.
In Star Wars too. I mean,
right, but these boxes, I mean, they look pretty much like the vintage
Mhm.
boxes. So I don't know how much extra room unless you're going to put them back behind their feet or something.
yeah, put them in a little baggie
Yeah.
back behind the feet like you would
They could.
anything else.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but maybe that's just because these aren't production versions yet, you know. So fingers crossed that they have that, because I would like to swap that stuff out. I mean, most of us are going to want that vintage He-Man head anyway, even though it does look kind of funky. I actually I think I'm liking the other head now, like the mini comic head.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting
Yeah.
more used to that. So
I think my Origins character will always have the mini comic head, and then my regular He-Man that I pick up at retail will have the He-Man head.
makes me jealous that you say my Origins figure because you have one coming. Alex Prue says, do any of you, he must have hit a couple different words here. All right. Do any of you have the Mega Construct Grayskull? No.
No,
Thoughts? And is it worth the price?
I think it is.
I think it's worth the price after seeing it from other people.
Talking to a couple people that collect Legos, listeners of this show that are into kind of Legos, the consensus has been, if that was a Lego set, it would be more.
Oh, yeah, by far. By far.
So I don't think it's really overpriced. I think it's worth it. I think if I didn't have so much going on right now, I'm going to PowerCon in less than a month. I'm going to Disneyland while I'm at PowerCon. I've got buying an Origin set.
Right.
And I didn't even ask the damn price. I'm just like, give me one, whatever you think is fair, I'll pay.
Yeah.
And I know Gavin's not going to rip me off. So,
No.
I mean, I trust Gavin. So, all that being said, it's like, yeah. So if all that wasn't going on, I think I'd have it already. What's wrong?
I was just looking over at the live stream and I saw that I couldn't see me. There's like
A mic in your face?
mic in my face, yeah.
A mic that you're not using?
Right. Sweet. So yeah, I think it's worth the price. Looks cool.
Maybe I'll pick it up at PowerCon.
There you go. Bring it home.
I'll be like,
Ship it
yeah,
home.
now it makes sense. It's
Right.
a souvenir for PowerCon.
It's like $20 more than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I paid more than I had to.
But it's cool because I'm at PowerCon. Richard Haynes says, I'm considering the Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull as a Christmas present for all of the family. I see it as a way of sharing my passion for Motu with my children.
Yep.
And my wife will love building it too.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
But am I being generous or selfish knowing how much I want it?
Okay, so here's the answer. Yeah, you're being selfish. But you know what? Sometimes you deserve to be selfish. All right?
And if you have to put it under the guise of making it family time, then so be it.
That makes you feel good about it, even though it's a bald-faced lie. Because I've done the same thing numerous times. And you do it,
we can
man.
all use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I got this Nintendo Switch. The kids will love it. No, they don't.
Meanwhile, you've been playing Zelda for 12 hours. Well, they could if they wanted to.
Yeah, it was, put before them, and they decided to not enjoy it.
So are you being generous or selfish? I think a little bit of both. And I think it's okay. He says, do you think Mattel will ever get around to a Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain in their new Origins line? Or will these still be considered holy grails?
So here's the deal. I thought about this a little bit.
Okay.
What could they do to make a Castle Grayskull ID better than the original Castle Grayskull in that
That's
line?
a good point. I never even thought about that.
Like, what would you do to it? I mean, Classics, they took the original and improved upon it, but we're staying with the same scale and basically the same figures. Would you make it bigger? Or would that not be right because it's not an ode to the original? Like these new figures are the same size as the original vintage figures. So would you want your new Castle Grayskull to be the same size as the vintage Castle Grayskull, or would you go bigger? But then you're kind of getting classics wise, and you already got that. So I'm not sure what you would even do now. There's smarter people out there than me. Maybe there'd be all kinds of action features they'd pile into this thing and cool stuff that I'm not even thinking about. Maybe like real sculpted, monster pit thing, and there might be some really cool stuff that they could do. But then part of me says, yeah, but I'm pretty sure my old original Castle Grayskull would work just fine with it. I don't know.
Maybe they'll just do a complete reissue of it.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know how
I don't know.
pointless or pointful it would be, but I don't know, man. That's actually a really good question. The fact that they're staying so true to the vintage look, I don't know that they could make either playset and really improve upon it, other than maybe some new action features and stuff. But there's really no different look they could do for it. I mean, I guess you could do the weird look in the mini comics where it's kind of tall and doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's kind of tall and crooked and looks like it could fall over.
Yeah.
I'd like it.
I know. I'd be like, I'm on it. Oh, come on. All right. Guillermo Olivo. What's your opinion on Reaction Motu?
We've talked about this a bunch of times, haven't we?
Yeah. Guillermo, you broke me down, okay? I always thought they were cool, but now that I'm starting to get some, I'm really, really enjoying them. I just don't have the money to get the Horde set yet, so...
You think you'll be taking some home from PowerCon?
Do I?
Do you? I mean, last year we had...
Well, there were...
exclusives.
The ones that I regret not getting... which I ended up getting the Skeletor recently in an auction, were the Los Amos ones, just because they're such wacky colors. I really want that Merman now. Other than that, I don't need all the repaints and everything, and I'm actually kind of bummed that Modulok is 3 different figures at this point. It's man, I want Modulok, but now I have to get 3 of them to even get them. So, but yeah, I dig it. I think they're cool. And
I think they're cool too.
Well, the more you play with them too, the more you get 2, 3 in your hands, and you take pictures of them, then all of a sudden you're like, these are actually really cool.
Yeah.
So don't do it, Steve.
I've never opened one. I have one.
Don't do it.
I have a Battle Armor Skeletor that Pete gave me on card. I've never opened it.
The second you do, you'll want more. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Love the card art on those. Love the idea behind them. But I'm staying away from that because I just don't need that. So
keep telling yourself that. That would be my thing. I'll get those, and you can get all the expensive stuff. So
thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Nick Peterson, of all the Masters of the Universe artwork you've seen, comics, books, etc., what artist or artists do you like the most, and why? Also, happy birthday, Steve. Thanks for co-hosting such an awesome podcast.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. And you don't need to thank me because this is probably more fun for me than it is for you.
I would agree.
I hope it's not. I hope you're having more fun than me because that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because we're having a lot of fun.
Yeah. So. You want to go or?
All right. Well, I would have to say that my favorite artist, obviously, would be Alcala. That's so hard to say. But I really like those crap, and I'm farting on the name of the artist. The painted covers of the golden books and stuff, or whatever they are. And then they're not golden books, are they? You know what I'm talking about?
There are golden books, so I don't know.
Oh my god! The time trouble cover.
Oh, okay. You're gonna say who I was gonna say.
Okay.
Earl Norham.
There you go.
Right. So Earl Norham, I would say is my. I look at his art and just it's amazing. I don't know what to say.
He captures the look of He-Man, especially his face, just everything.
His build, he's such a strong looking He-Man. And,
Yeah, if
you
you
know,
touched his muscles, it'd be like a brick wall, just
Yeah.
hard and
you make Skeletor look really evil. It's
yeah.
you know, it's fine art. I mean, that guy is doing. I mean, he's doing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's amazing. As much as I love, Alfredo Ocala and Rudy Obrera, or Brero, I don't know how you say it exactly.
Obrera.
I would have to say my number one if I had to pick one in bulk, because my favorite art piece ever is Alcala's cover to The King of Castle Grayskull, where he's on the back of Battle Cat.
Okay.
And Battle Cat's helmet's been knocked off, and Skeletor's butt cheek Skeletor is there.
I love butt cheeks though.
Yeah, that's my favorite piece, and it has a nostalgia attached to it. But I just remember staring at that cover, and just look. There's just something about that made me. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very young. It's an image that'll always be stuck in my head. It's an image that when I got older and I kind of forgot about He-Man for a little while, especially the very early He-Man.
Yeah.
It's an image that stuck with me. Like I could always pull that up in my brain and go, that was He-Man. It was so barbaric and crazy, you know. And then in the Filmation cartoon, you never saw Battle Cat's helmet get knocked off.
Right.
But, it was more realistic. His helmet could actually get knocked off.
Yeah.
And it's laying there, and it looks like it's bent, like it actually got damaged, because it's not actually symmetrical the way it's laying there, I think. Yeah. And there's just something about that piece of art. So that'd be my number one. Like, if someone said, if you could have an original piece of art of anything, that would be the one I would want.
Awesome.
That would be, so that being said, if I was like, to pick an artist like Norm, just time after time and time after time again, just had just so many beautiful paintings.
Very much so. It's kind of hard too, because Errol McCarthy did a lot of that early card backs and stuff like that, and the like the card art anyway, not like the painted. But the
like the cross-sell stuff, or the
like the
scene on the top of the card on the back,
right? Like
of the original, yes,
like that stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I was showing in my phone. I have a wallpaper that's really nice. There's something about that art because they use it for a lot of promotional stuff. So you'd see lots of your lunch boxes and your pajamas and just anything that had like random He-Man art. Usually it would be from the Errol McCarthy art stuff, I assume anyway, or it was someone mimicking that style. But there are just so many like iconic pictures, like the one with He-Man standing straight up and he's got his battle axe in both hands, like hanging by his knees, and it's almost bent a little bit, like it was actually made out of rubber from the toy that you play with. So like I know it's not like proportionate, like it's not perfect, but it's still awesome. Like I don't know, but yeah, I know I'd have to go. I'm sticking with my midi comic stuff. Yeah,
it's all great. I mean,
well, and they did use actually some of the midi comics. Maybe Alcala did some of that stuff on the lunch boxes and stuff too. I don't know.
Seems like some of that stuff translates, but I'm not positive either.
Right, like you think of the big, where the mystery person is shooting from Castle Grayskull, and Man at Arms is there, and like you have an updated version of it on your wall.
That was a cover by Alcala,
right?
One of the original mini comics.
And I actually have that poster on my wall, like the original.
Mm-hmm.
So like that image there, like those four, like God, that's just so good.
Yeah,
some of my absolute favorite.
There's a lot of great art. I mean,
it's really hard because just loving, that was the biggest part about this toy line. It's like so much good art. All right, wow. Thanks, Nick. You really got us kind of in happy land. Paul Guyton. I've recently had a change of heart when it comes to collecting Masters of the Universe. I really enjoyed collecting the classics, but I feel the vintage line is pulling me back in again.
Mm.
Good man. I'm considering selling a huge chunk of my classics so I can get a good vintage collection going. My question is, I'd like to hear more about yours and Steve's vintage collections. I assume he's talking to me. I know Mr. Biscotti's has a Titus and a Wonder Bread He-Man. Jealous. But I don't think we've heard much about Jeremy's collection.
I don't have a Titus. I have a Megator.
Yes.
But and a Wonder Bread and a Laser Light Skeletor. Those are my highest end figures that I have in my collection. But you wanted to hear about yours.
Well, and we've both talked about our collection. So to some people, this may be, rehash. But to others, it will be brand new, especially if you're a newer listener. Paul, my collection currently contains every figure from the line, every basic figure anyway. No, I guess that would be every figure. So I just don't have all of the weapons, accessories, and whatnot. I even have some like variants, like there's a few different Tilas with, auburn hair, red hair, brown hair, whatever, different colored boots and stuff. If I found something different about any of them, paint job on their face, whatever, and it could be different country origins, whatever the case, if they look different, I would keep them. But the only things, like I have a Wonder Bread. I had a Wonder Bread before Steve. And we chronicled our journey of winning the one for Steve some months back now. I don't have any of the laser stuff. I don't have any of the giants, so nothing from overseas. And I almost have all of the meteors now. So I'm getting there. There's a lot of accessories and stuff, though. So, yeah, anybody wants to sell me some of their awesome accessories for some vintage figures, mosquito gun or a sorceress staff or whatever, or a Sorod gun, hit me up. We could probably work something out. Or some meteors. I need some meteors. I don't need like 3 or 4 of them. I like them. I don't know why. Some people hate them.
I like them too. They're dumb.
Yeah,
but I like them.
Some people don't count them, but I'm like, dude, how do you get? His name's Tiger. That's awesome. Astro Lion. That's cool. I don't know.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's my collection.
Yep, it's a good collection. His collection is big. Like you said, he's got a lot of doubles of stuff. And variants and
well, yeah. I have the basic bare bones Eternia, and of course all the other play sets. I do have She-Ra too. I don't have every single She-Ra figure, but I'm pretty close to having all of them. I would have to really look to see which ones I need at this point.
I think most recently I took a check in my collection. I'm 5 figures away from being complete for the American line.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and they're all variants. Like Terror Claw Skeletor. Like Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Like not Hurricane, but Buzzsaw Hordak. Like most of them, they're all those because I didn't go after the variants in the beginning. I left those to the end because I don't know. So that's kind of what mine is, and I have been really anal with my collecting. So most of my stuff is complete. There's a few pieces out there that bug me that I don't have, like the little red clip that goes on the back of Flying Fist He-Man.
Yeah.
But I do have some hard to find pieces. I got Ninja's Chucks. I got most of the stuff is actually complete. So.
And you actually have carded stuff too.
I do have some carded stuff, yeah.
And we both have just random merchandise stuff, and obviously, as you heard,
I just got a raincoat.
Yeah, you just got a raincoat.
That'll fit a 3-year-old.
And some puzzles, and
yeah, love that stuff.
So,
and the best thing about all that stuff, like the collecting the puzzles, is the art. Again, back to the art.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you probably didn't see, because it's not like a picture that was plastered everywhere. This is like a unique piece. So, yeah, so cool. Let's go to, all right, Gym bag tags. First, pick your 2 favorite characters. Doesn't matter, good or evil or one each. Now, you are forced to save one and destroy the other.
Pick my 2 favorites.
Sophie's Choice style.
Hmm.
Heartbreaking as it may be, you must save one and let the other go. Discuss. It's a situation where,
Did you
He-Man-
say characters or figures?
he said character.
Okay, that makes it even harder.
I always assume figures every time it's my 2 favorite. He-Man and Skeletor are my 2 favorite. But once again, I take them off the table. Just what we do.
I'm gonna be honest here.
Yeah.
My 2 favorite figures or characters in the line is He-Man and Fisto.
Mm-hmm.
Both good guys. And He-Man's the main guy, so Fisto goes.
That's hard. That's got to be hard to say.
That is. That's why I paused.
I thought you just had gas.
No. It was like, yeah, because my obsession with Fisto is I've always loved the character, but I never had it as a kid. I never had that toy.
Okay.
And He-Man is just the He-Man character is a part of my life. I had the He-Man that came in the Battle Cat 2-pack was my first He-Man, and I wore that sucker out and he broke, and then I picked up another He-Man that was at a yard sale, and that was my He-Man. So I went through 2 He-Mans.
Yeah.
That figure was important to me, and as much as I do think Skeletor probably is the next in line as far as favorite characters, and I'm crossing figures and characters, but still just the character of He-Man, so symbolic to me. I can't let that one go.
Yeah, if everything in my collection was to go, and I can only keep one, it would be He-Man.
He's the one,
Yeah, because he just embodies everything about that.
and it's the original He-Man.
Original. I'm going to kind of do it twice. He-Man and Skeletor are my 2 favorites. He-Man would win over Skeletor because same reasons. But if I went to the side, and my good guy always changes. I really love Manny Faces, but every time I think about when I was a kid and like what main characters I played with, I always kind of think of Cyclone. Because I just like that, the blue face guy, blue and yellow, and he spins around, and I use Cyclone a lot, but I'm gonna take him off the table. I'm gonna put Manny Faces there. I'm sold. That's what I'm choosing. Versus Spikor. Spikor wins.
Ooh.
Really hard too. That's why you know that.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a beatdown.
There's, I can see myself right now in my living room, 1985, 1986, me and my brother in our underwear, because that's what we did. We hung out in our underwear, probably had He-Man on them, playing with them all in the living room, and just picking them up in my tiny hands, and God, this takes me back. It's so sad. I'm old.
Nice.
Oh, that was.
I love that. I love when you talk. You probably got the vapors.
I did. I got. All right. Should we do the Sean 10 figure thing? You want to say that?
Let's save that. We're going a little long. We need to get to a mini comic.
Okay. So Sean, we did get your question. We're going to come back to it next episode. Justice Curry. I arrested someone today, and it was their birthday as well. My question to Steven is, if you went to jail today, would you tell people it's your birthday? Or tell them you collect Masters of the Universe? These are your fellow new friends in your jail cell.
Neither. I would not bring up that it's my birthday. No, I'm going to hide in the corner and hope I don't have to poop.
Yeah. You don't think that would ever like come if you're just sitting there? Eventually, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, real great being in here on my birthday."
No, I'm not. I
No,
don't want
never?
them to know anything about me.
Good call.
I would be such a jail snob. Like they'd put me in jail. I obviously did something to get there, but I'd be
Right.
like, I'm better than you.
I'm better than you
Yeah,
guys.
well, yeah.
You're here for
Oh,
real reasons.
this was probably what, your third or fourth time? This is my first time. I was wrongly accused. Yes, I would start talking in my He-Man voice because that's kind of what I just did.
I love it. Brian Cleese. If you haven't already, what's Steve's favorite Motu birthday moment?
Oh, easily. Easy. This is easy. I've talked about it before. My favorite Motu birthday moment was getting the He-Man and Battle Cat 2-pack
Yeah.
on my birthday. I was 5 years old. I know I was, and I played with it on the shag carpet. I finally had somebody to go up against Skeletor, and orange shag carpet, green couch that my dad got out of the garbage because he was a garbage man, and we didn't have a whole lot of money, and it was shredded in the front. Awesome spot. I don't know if the dog had chewed it, but down where the flaps flap, that you where your feet go,
Yeah.
it was right where the two flaps meet. Right above that was shredded, and it had all these like strings
Ooh.
of the couch hanging up, which were vines.
Yeah.
And I remember putting He-Man in the vines. He was stuck in the vines, and Skeletor was like torturing him. But then Battle Cat came up from behind him, knocked that sucker over, and then He-Man was able to get. Oh man, that was my best birthday ever. That's why that's my grail. I want that package, and I want it sealed, and I want. I'm. It's gonna be like the ring, the One Ring from Lord of the Rings to me. I'm gonna walk around and call it my precious.
Round glass.
Yes.
While you were saying that, could it be that maybe our very best play sets of all time were like the furniture in the living rooms?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they could have been.
Because those were like my mountains. Those were like, yeah, sure, Castle Grayskull's on the floor over there, but you had to travel from over here.
Yeah, that's the coolest part.
Little places where they hide underneath, and like, yeah, wow,
Yeah, put the recliner out,
yeah,
and then that was like the roof of a cave or
yeah.
something.
There you go. Yeah.
Throw a blanket over it,
Oh yeah.
and now you've got a cave that you can go into or something. Yeah. Oh man.
Man, now I want a vintage couch.
I want to go home and play.
No, let's go home and play. David Clark. He says, Masters of the Universe Origins, your impressions. Well, we told you. He says, why is the line coming out fall of next year when WWE line designed with the same swappable parts is coming out by Christmas of this year? Probably to get things going as quick as they possibly can, but not yet putting out Masters stuff because they want to do that closer to the movie.
I would agree.
What do you want to see in the line? Hopefully every vintage figure ever.
Yeah.
And variants, comic variants, and we don't need the cartoon variants at this point. We already have them.
No, don't need cartoon variants.
Comics and
yeah.
And your thought about the Masters of WWE Universe line? We already said that. Our predictions about the line's retail success.
Scared.
Yeah.
But I do have a comment I want to make real quick.
Okay.
I was thinking about this. My first instinct was kids aren't going to care about this
Yeah.
line. It's just going to be us. It's just going to be us. Now, I also was looking at the figures and thinking, you know what? They're kind of goofy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The bright colors, and if they put them on, the right packaging, which is the vintage packaging, which I think is the right packaging.
Yeah.
Kids nowadays are attracted to goofy looking toys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Masters of the Universe always were kind of goofy looking toys.
Sure.
So I guess my point is kids like things like Teen Titans Go with, goofy looking big heads, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's just goofy enough that kids will be attracted to it.
You're saying the Masters line? Or
Yes, I'm saying the Masters line.
Okay. Maybe.
I mean, it's possible.
Maybe. I'm just, it's hard to not be skeptical because we just know that it's not super popular. As far as the wrestling line, I have no idea how those work anyway. I don't know if kids buy those or. I know wrestling is kind of popular, so.
I've never seen wrestling figures not on the pegs over the years, so that's got to tell me that they sell. You think
different these crossover ones will sell to kids?
Maybe.
God, it's so hard to predict.
Kids watch wrestling. Kids see these characters. Here's Triple H or somebody, and he's got these claws, right?
Right. Yeah. Like, that might generate.
It might be really cool. It might be really cool to a kid.
My initial thought was like, that's dumb. Why are they? And now the more I think about it,
but that's what Travis said. He kind of opened my brain to that kind of thinking.
Yeah. Thanks, Travis.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible things they could do good after more thought.
He says, are the Origins character designs close enough to the vintage figures? Yeah, I would say so. They got to fix that paint on Skeletor's boots, though.
Absolutely. Bare feet, too.
Yes. Richard Haynes, J.D. Gibson, and Tim Sawyer all wished you a happy birthday.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated. It is a happy birthday.
Dave Labatino says,
in a way, I'm spending it with you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Steve. Thanks for sharing your day. Curious about your favorite Motu-related announcement reveal at San Diego Comic-Con. I think we already nailed that.
Yep.
Scott, did I forget?
My favorite announcement is that the toys will be coming to retail.
There you go. Scott Bomer. Is it Bomer? Bomer?
No.
Bomer? Huh?
Yes,
Boehmer. I know I've gone over this a million times.
You know this?
I feel like it'd be like Boehmer.
There's another Bame. That's not. I don't know.
All right.
Bame. That's
Scott.
That's Bamer.
Scott B. Happy birthday, Steven. And like David, I'm curious about your thoughts on the Masters of WWE Universe line as well. And what other crossovers you'd like to see? See, at this point, like I said, WWE's infiltrated everything. I'm curious what else. There'll probably be Power Rangers. WWE Power Rangers.
Could be. What other crossovers would I like to WWE and Marvel?
I was just going to say Marvel. It wouldn't be DC since Mattel lost the license to DC, but that would be interesting. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a Cyclops with a He-Man body. Martin Quinteros Paz says, happy birthday, my friend. Thanks for doing this podcast on your special day. All the best for you from down under.
Thanks.
Jaime Mara says, happy birthday, Steve. I'll be seeing you guys at PowerCon.
Nice.
Yeah. And the last one. Ryan Lake. Dr. Ryan
Lake.
Says, in your opinions, which of Jeremy's friends has been the most awesome guest on the show? Oh, and happy birthday, Steve. Let's see. What of my friends have been on the show? Brian Seabolt and Dr. Ryan Lake.
I got to say that we had a blast with both, but Dr. Ryan Lake, I think that you've found a place in my heart.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel so full inside now. It's like it's my birthday.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I, per usual, have not looked at this at all. So here we go.
Neither have I.
Oh.
We have Between a Rock and a Hard Place, and we have the two rock people, at least on the cover, on page 761 of the Dark Horse comic collection.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe mini comic collection.
Yeah, so on the cover here we've got a Hordak without his cowl over the back of his head.
Yeah, it's kind of there, but
doesn't come up over like a hood like it normally does. And it's Hurricane Hordak. He's
swinging his hurricane arm.
He-Man's going to get him, and while the two rock people watch on from the rear, and we do have a shot of Castle Grayskull. Castle Grayskull returns.
He-Man, that just looks like really, really rushed art.
Really
rushed art. Especially He-Man's face. I like the colors in the sky. Trying to find something positive about this. it's not terrible, okay, so but it's just not great. Kind of a boring cover. But Between a Rock and a Hard Place. And all right. King Randor. Let me get a sip of water here.
You take your sip of water and got a good opening page here. King Randor looked like he's going to be speaking. He's got his arm out like he's going to be announcing something to his citizens over the city. Looking, there's a balcony with Tila, Man-at-Arms, and Prince Adam kind of checking out people milling about. Looks like there's tables out there. I don't know if there's food on those tables in the middle of the streets or if it's goods to buy. Maybe the story will tell us.
All right. Each year, at King Randor's bidding, all Eternia gathers to celebrate the bounty and richness of their fair land. Honored guests, the heroic warriors, lay down their arms and join in thanksgiving, ever on their guard, for evil could lurk close at hand. So King Randor there? I don't know if he should have said it first. Or
I would think you start with King Randor.
Yeah?
Let's just try it, see what happens.
King Randor is up front.
Good citizens, let the festivities begin.
You want to be Tila or you want me to be Tila?
Go ahead, be Tila.
No sign of trouble yet, Father, but perhaps we should check. Tila, what have you to report? Oh, I guess that should
Yeah, I think that would have been backwards.
Yeah.
Well, we're off to a good start here.
Well, I mean, the way they did these bubbles is just...
Yeah, it is odd. Okay.
Tila, what have you to report? No sign of trouble yet, Father, but perhaps we should check. Tila, relax and try to have some fun. Rockon and Stondar guard Castle Grayskull. And of course, there's always He-Man to protect us.
I like how he's having little thought bubble of He-Man hanging out with the two rock warriors.
Right.
But at Snake Mountain, dark plans are already brewing.
Evelyn.
Huh? Grayskull stands unprotected. How long I have waited to reign as Eternia's most evil queen. Yet, Skeletor has not the strength to take the castle.
Look at Skeletor is just like sitting there by himself with his chin on his hand, and he's like, eh.
He's in like the thinker pose.
Yeah.
And he's like,
She's just like looking over like, what a loser.
He has failed so many times.
He looks like an old man.
yeah.
Could it be that only Hordak has the power to fulfill my dark desires?
Slipping away from Snake Mountain, Evelyn makes her way to the portal to... If I can turn my page. Etheria. Ooh.
Intruder, I must take you to the Fright Zone at once.
Yes, and quickly, fool.
Evelyn is escorted to to Hordak's lair, the Fright Zone.
Evelyn, what foul treachery brings you to my humble home?
Each strike Skeletor has launched against Eternia has failed. I grow tired of his blundering, Hordak. Take Castle Grayskull for me with your hurricane might, and I shall be your queen.
My queen? Trooper to the slime pit with the wretched woman. Evelyn, I have no use for you. Enjoy the ooze, my dear. I am off to Grayskull. Eternia shall be mine alone before this day is through.
At the slime pit.
Into the slime.
No, I don't like that.
Into the slime, Hordak commands.
I love this. The Horde Trooper just has her held up above him, and he's just gonna chuck her into the slime pit. Using her powers, Evelyn creates a vortex at the last instant.
No, you don't!
And passes through it to safety. That's actually pretty convenient for her.
Yes.
She's literally about to hit the slime, and boom, goes into a little portal that she creates. Good for her. Meanwhile, at the royal palace, Orko delights King Randor and his guests with magic.
And now for my next trick. Up and away. The little fellow is quite good, isn't he? Will you look at that?
All he's doing is like spinning and flying.
Good night. It's Hordak and Mantisaur.
Okay, wait a second.
I'm mixed up.
Yeah, what the heck?
So he's up spinning around,
Yeah.
and then it looks like something. Looks like he gets stabbed through the head.
Okay, here's what's
those are his
happening.
eyeballs popping out.
Yeah, it's actually 2 panels, but he's drawn over both of the panels. So in the first one, it looks like he's supposed to be turning his head really quick, and it says, "Good night," and then he sees Hordak and Mantisaur, and his eyeballs are popping out
Yeah.
like a cartoon character would.
Look, something's wrong. What? I still am mixed up on that. Where did he go?
Okay,
I don't know.
he flew up. He sees them. I don't know how he saw them. I don't know if this is a vision, or if he sees them from far away. It's not real clear.
No, it isn't. It's
But-
Hordak and Mantisaur. Look, something's wrong.
What they trying to do? Just some random guy. All right. With but a whisper, Orko alerts Prince Adam to the danger lurking beyond the palace walls, and the prince springs into action.
Hordak? Mantisaur? I must leave at once. Tila, take care of Orko. There's something I have to do. But Adam.
You see Prince Adam rushing from the palace. Adam draws his power sword.
By the power of Grayskull!
I have the power!
Ding.
He's shiny.
Yeah, he is.
With no heroic warriors to stop him, Hordak reaches his destination quickly. He's on top of Mantisaur in front of Castle Grayskull, and there's 2 curious-looking stones there.
Mantisaur, rip the drawbridge from its hinges.
They got it.
Grayskull and Eternia shall soon be mine.
Rock-On and Stondar spring into action. Yeah! Leave this place, Hordak!
Puny weaklings, try on my cosmic cage. Oh, hell, we're trapped.
Redeeming quality. Suddenly, Eternia's heroic guardian appears on the scene. Oh, is that Mantisaur talking?
Yeah, I guess it is Mantisaur.
All right.
How would Mantisaur talk?
I don't know.
Danger, 12 o'clock high. Blasted He-Man. Hordak, I give you fair warning. Take this beast of yours and leave Eternia at once. Or don't bore me with your idle threats. That wind flapper of yours is no match against my might. Mantisaur, breach the drawbridge now. Wind Raider's stunner will stop you in your tracks. Brat! Mantisaur, call in your troops!
So Mantisaur has troops? Oh, wow. There
He
is troops.
does! Look at it. He's got
Oh.
tons of insects are just flying in now. Apparently, if he says Z.
I've never seen so many stinking insects! Time to give those insects a lesson in aerial maneuvers.
With great agility, He-Man and Wind Raider outruns the menacing insects. Then turns about, plowing straight into them.
So basically, he's driving. It's
Uh,
like a car on a summer night with the windshield just getting plowed by bugs.
yeah, he just turned around and he's massacring all these insects.
That should take care of Mantisaur's foul friends. Now to finish the job, let's put Hordak out of commission.
But the insect attack has been no more than a clever ruse, giving Hordak the chance to hit He-Man from behind. Crack!
He's got his arm on and it's spinning. That is Hordak, Hurricane Hordak.
Yeah, and he can like fly with this device. So he's flying up over the Wind Raider.
Yeah.
And he cracks He-Man in the head.
Blindsided, can't regain control, going down. Mantisaur attack tear He-Man, limb from limb. A Thunder Punch is my only chance. For Eternia, here goes. Pow! Now it's your turn, Hordak. Behold my hurricane power. Get down here and fight like a man. I'll cut you down to size, fool. I've had enough of your miserable propeller for one day. Thank you.
And he swings the sword and he cuts off the spinning blade on the end of Hordak's arm there. And Hordak says,
Why you?
This is crazy. So He-Man conjures up his Thunder Punch, takes Mantisaur out with one punch, and has to beckon Hordak to come down because he's flying through the sky.
Yeah.
He tried to blade him, and then he cut it off. Okay. Oh,
looks
the
like
plot
Hordak.
thickens.
Yeah, looks like Hordak's putting on a
Putting on
different
his
attachment.
triple mace ball thing.
It's basically a trap jaw type guy now.
Yeah.
Perhaps you would like a taste of my Thunderbolt mace.
So he there's a projectile flying at him. It looks like He-Man dropped a sword.
No, the sword of power, he's knocked it from my grasp. My work is almost finished. With the power sword in my possession, Castle Grayskull shall be mine, and all Eternia with it.
Hordak unleashes his Thunderball mace and seizes the power sword.
He-Man, you are defeated.
The power sword rises and with a brilliant flourish of light disintegrates Hordak's mace.
My evil eyes deceive me. It cannot be. Indeed, the power sword has a life of its own. Your vile weapons are as nothing against it. The battle is over, Hordak.
Here's something new.
Wrong, He-Man. With my kinetic shield, I shall deflect its blows and use all my power to destroy you both.
Meanwhile, Evil Lynn appears on the scene via her time-space vortex. Oh, that's... Ooh, which side? That would be me, right?
Could be both of us. I don't know.
Ooh, it's Evil Lynn!
Oh, wow.
Are you aligned with... Are you aligned with Hordak? Yeah!
Fools! I am on no one's side but my own.
With a gesture from Evil Lynn, Hordak's cosmic cage disintegrates and the rock people are freed.
Now use your freedom to bring down that treacherous beast, Hordak.
He-Man has his hands full with Hordak's kinetic shield.
Strike as you like, He-Man. I think not, Hordak. Take that!
Wait, I don't know.
Yep, go ahead.
My shield will wear you out and drain that wretched sword of all its power. And that, I tell you, He-Man, you will fail. Rock on, Stone Dar, now!
Yeah!
You're bluffing, He-Man.
Ooh. He-Man never bluffs.
What? How did you two escape my cage?
He-Man thrusts his power sword into Hordak's shield, fracturing it.
My kinetic shield! No!
Here we go.
Looks like you're between a rock and a hard place, Hordak. It appears my friends Rockon and Stondar have had some mysterious help. But who? How? Oh, hell. It was evil Leon who freed us. She seems to bear you some small grudge.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there is more to this story than we shall ever know. My friends shall see you to the portal to Etheria and guard against your return. Some evil deed has come back to haunt you, Hordak, as they all will someday.
It does say end down in the corner, but you can't read it.
It's not very...
No, at least I think it does. Looks like they might have covered it up, which I don't know. Well, so that happened.
Some of these are very, I mean, I don't know. I'm not expecting fine literature here, but
No.
but I some of these are very just much like, hey, we're going to sell some toys with this.
Yeah, it's not very exciting. This almost feels like a repeat. Like this kind of already sort of happened, even though it's been like other stories. But like we've seen Hurricane Hordak and we've seen He-Man uses Thunder Punch, and which is fine. Continuity, I suppose. They're continually using these. And, But I mean, it just kind of feels like we got this story already.
Kinda.
There's nothing too super exciting. And Skeletor didn't even say anything. He sat there in the thinking man pose.
Yeah, that was
it.
That was lame.
Really lame.
Huh. I don't know.
Oh! Man, already?
Already.
Like it hasn't been almost 2.5 hours.
We've done a lot today.
We have.
Covered some ground.
Yeah, we finally got our San Diego Comic-Con talk in. It's your birthday. We got gifts. We played a game.
Yeah.
We answered questions. I mean, this is a pretty full episode. We had guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, here we are.
So, make sure you guys look on social media. Find us. Our Facebook group is the most active. Please go there. Or the page, either one of those. They are both connected. Go to Instagram at the PoTuniverse. Go to Twitter at the PoTuniverse. And YouTube at the Podcasters of the Universe. If you are a patron of the universe, you will get access to our live feeds. You can watch them anytime you want as they go on or later on. Find us on Podomatic, Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Muskegon, Michigan. Go to PowerCon. We're going to be there.
We are. We're going to be there.
It's going to be so great. We're going to meet all you guys.
Honestly, there might be only one recording left before we go to PowerCon. I haven't looked at the calendar, but that's a possibility.
Right. Yeah. It'll be our 50th episode. It's going to be so cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Steve. I had a wonderful time on your birthday. So
I had a wonderful time on my birthday, too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some sleep. I'm going to eat some cake. There's cake at home.
Hooray for cake!
So in a couple of weeks, we're going to get really pumped up because we're going to be just on the cusp of PowerCon. We're going to be pumped. Maybe we're going to try to get Rodriguez on here. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're going to give it a shot. And it might be the three of us, it may be just the two of us. But either way, we're coming back. And until then, we'll see you around the universe.
Woo! Wow. Loot Crate's making a He-Man shirt.
Huh.
They are really amping this shit up, ain't they?
They are.
Holy shit, She-Ra, He-Man, Power Rangers, Jurassic World, and Zelda? Dang.
So is that 49?
Yeah.
It is. Wow. How come when I said it earlier, I didn't really take it?
Holy shit! And that dude got his tattoo done in that time, or one of them. He got Moss Man on his foot, dude. Holy shit! That's awesome.
Oh boy, that's great.
This is too awesome. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if he's watching that, but when they do, oh my god! I haven't moved in like 2 hours.
I know. I don't deserve all these awesome gifts.
Can you even see that? That's hard to see, isn't it? Briefly. It's like shining on shining. Oh well. When it's done, I'll show it. That is so cool. Bye.